Hi, welcome to the Vaguely Anime Podcast. I'm your host, Mike, with my other hosts.
Sage.
Cat.
Anthony.
And I'm Colin.
And welcome to our second anime club. Hey, you're the person that picked it, so you speak.
All right, so this month we watched Kaguya-sama, Love is War. Such a really good comedy that I love. I'm thinking you guys also maybe enjoyed some of it.
Why are you the most shifty man?
Anthony's
with
just
both
like,
I'm
he's
just
got
taking a
opinions.
sip of
He's
my
got
Budweiser.
opinions.
Anthony's
We're
taking
not
his
sponsored.
sip like,
This man every time he's like, yeah, I got opinions, and then he's like,
got
you know what? It's pretty
I
good.
can't I sip my Budweiser in peace?
Anthony's
Not
like, I
sponsored.
sure did watch this show.
All I want is the nice, tasty
I swear to fucking
sip
God.
of the
Not
king of
sponsored.
beers. The king of beers. See?
Disgusting.
There it is.
Anyway.
There it is.
So this show is about two tsunderes at a very high-profile academy who were determined to make the other confess their love to them. And they're just both idiots. They're both such smart idiots, and I love them.
They're so dumb.
They're so
Yeah.
dumb and so smart, and it's the best kind of little cat and mouse thing. I guess just general talk about it.
Hold
What
on,
do you
so
guys
I
feel?
do have an initial thing. Do you consider them tsunderes? Because they never at any point go, I don't like you to your face.
Yeah,
They're like,
I
I don't
didn't-
like you, Baka.
I
They
didn't-
never do that
I
ever.
didn't think that they were, but I wasn't going to say anything.
I-
And I was like, he'd know
I
more.
guess
don't know what
you're
that
right
means.
in that they don't have that
Tsunderes
outright.
are Asuka. Asuka is the epitome of, like, tsundere.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so they're just mean to you.
You like,
Yeah.
but they
Kinda,
like
yeah.
you.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
they're mean
Yeah.
to you, but they love you.
They're mean to you because they like
the
you and they
gen-
don't
the
know how to
general,
process
Yeah.
it.
When you're explaining a tsundere is the line, it's not like I like you or anything, Baka.
And then they slap you or punch you in the
Slap
face or
you.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Push you down a hill.
Yeah.
Did this just like awaken something in me? Or
Oh.
I'm
But
kidding.
like, no,
I'm
so,
totally
like,
kidding.
Would
No,
you
it's not.
consider them
No, I'm
tsunderes?
not. No.
Because they
I
like
guess
they
you're
like internally kind of do it, but they never
I feel like
outwardly
they're like
do it.
tsundere like.
But they also
Yeah.
know
Okay,
that the
tsundere
other
light,
one
I would
likes
say.
the other one. They're just like trying to get the other to confess
Yeah.
first because of their pride.
Yeah, I think
So
it's
I wouldn't.
hubris.
yeah.
I would accept tsundere light.
Tsundere light.
Zero.
Yeah.
Diet
Diet tsundere.
Diet tsundere.
Yeah, because like they definitely have like some in there,
Yeah, no,
but it's
for
never
sure.
overtly tsundere.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's not
Internal
there, but they're not like
tsundere.
trying
Yeah.
to say I don't like you because they're trying to really get the point across. Like there's the episode where what's his name? I'm totally blanking on. Of
In
course.
case we
The
didn't mention it
president.
yet.
The president. Yeah,
Just
Mi-
say
Miyuki.
Yeah.
Because they always
Wow,
just
I
call
can't
him
believe
president.
Yeah,
I'm not just
I
gonna be
didn't
like one
remember.
president.
Oh, you remember his name, but not literally the names that they say 50
You
times
didn't
over in
remember her
Flip Flappers.
What? I remember.
Oh,
her name is
oh,
Kaguya.
Oh, I thought you.
Her
I-
name is the title
no,
of the
he's
show.
he's talking about
Oh no, Flip
coconut.
Flop, yeah, I couldn't give two fucks about what their names were. Yeah, I could not give two shits about what their names were. But it's
I
fine.
just remember him as
Anyway.
president, honestly.
I thought you were
No,
just
that's
talking
why
about this
that's
show
why
though,
I had
and
to,
I was like,
scroll
what?
down on my anime list right here and be like, and the president Miyuki. Miyuki. So just call him president.
Yeah.
I just
But
know
yeah,
I
no.
just know Chica and Kaguya.
Yeah.
Chica's
on-
best girl.
No, and
Chica.
Ishigami.
I love her
Ishigami,
so much.
Best boy.
Ishigami,
Oh, well, yeah.
best boy.
Best
Honestly,
boy.
yeah.
I'm
Bus
pretty
boy.
sure the guy that voices him is the guy that voices Lucifer in
It
Devil's
is.
a
Yeah,
Bartender.
Yeah.
no, and they're the same character.
I love
the
him.
same.
I love him
Also,
so
I
much. He's
realized
also
the guy
Tamaki Amajiki.
The guy that voices Miyuki is the guy from Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. The hot guy.
Oh,
who's like-
yes.
Oh yes.
Who's like, I want you to kill me.
Yeah.
yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm a little
Yeah.
proud. We're
Yeah.
getting him to watch enough shows to recognize
Yeah.
voice
Yeah,
actors.
he
I mean, they're both Funimation shows, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it's-
So that
that's
makes
definitely-
No, I know,
Why,
but
do
like
they have
it's
like a
still
specific pool of voice actors
Yes.
they pull from?
Yes.
Sure do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
do.
Well,
Sure
'cause
do.
they just
Yeah.
have licensed voice actors, so
Like,
like,
their
and then they have
own,
like
like,
in-house
group.
ones.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like you'll just start recognizing the same people.
I see.
Yep.
I gotcha.
Which I think we talked about last time. Where I
Yeah,
was like,
we
I can never tell if that's like an insult or not to them because it's like
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
balance.
we talked
did talk
about that.
No, I
right?
got you.
Yeah,
I mean, if they're doing the exact same voice, then I don't think it's an insult. It's just like, oh yeah.
you're,
That's
you're
Sometimes you
typecast.
could just hear it,
But
like
also,
as them,
I
even
think
if they're doing
Yeah,
it.
like
you're, like,
certain
cadence and
voices just
everything.
fit multiple characters.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's like that
Well,
big
yeah,
of
it's
a
just
thing.
typecast.
Yeah,
It's just
typecast.
typecast.
Yeah.
But
It's like how what's his name? Kit Harington immediately after Game of Thrones got typecast into the Black Knight
yeah,
for I think was that for Marvel?
yeah, that's for the Immortals.
Yeah.
Or Nolan North with literally any action adventure video game ever.
Yeah,
So,
he,
there's
I mean,
that.
it's
It's him
his
and-
quote.
and-
Him,
yeah.
Troy
Troy
Baker.
Baker.
You want to get into voice acting? Just wait for one of us to die.
What a flex, honestly. Just
yeah.
cornering the monopolizing the market with your voice. Love it.
Anyway, so Kaguya-sama, I guess, what do we want to go this way, or you want to start? It's your show, or whatever.
Oh, you could start.
Okay. I was not expecting to like this show as much as I did, mostly just because like I knew it was funny, but like
not
we
like
had the entire
romances?
rant last
What was your
time.
rating?
I gave it.
Get that to the end. At the end.
Oh,
that's
sorry.
spoilers.
No,
Okay.
sorry.
Can't
My
get that in
bad.
the first
I mean,
couple
he's
minutes.
talking about how he
That's the
feels
good-
about it.
it's
I
a
don't
good
understand
good.
why
That's
he
the money
keeps it.
shot.
So,
That's the
okay,
good
sorry.
But like, cause normal, like I literally, we had that entire debate where I was like, I hate when they could just solve their problems
Right,
within
right,
5 seconds.
right.
But like this show, like made it fun to
Yeah.
deal with that. Unlike most other shows where it's like, I swear to God, you're not even trying to make it a comedy. You are being like serious about it and just talk to each other. So like the comedy definitely helped me like it a whole lot more. But I think like the last like 2 or 3 episodes, it hit
With
me
like
a
the
little bit.
fireworks.
Yeah, it hit me a little bit where I was like, okay, like you could just figure this shit out. But like, so that's why I wanted to jump like straight into season 2 like originally. But those like last couple episodes, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a little bit of a break because I enjoyed like the entire rest of the show just so much.
Right.
Chica is best girl. She's fucking great. I love everything about that character
She is
wholeheartedly.
Lovely.
And then like, literally the best part, or like one of the most fun parts with her is just that like one fucking ending where she just dances
It's like
to
the
thing.
third episode.
dude, oh,
And
that's
it
so well
never comes
animated.
back.
You see it.
It never comes back again.
Also,
Like,
by the
back.
way, that ending goes with like any song.
It does.
yeah,
Oh
I
my
saw that.
God,
That was
yeah.
like a trend
There
on
were-
Are you
There-
really
That's
gonna
a
make
trend
me
for a
like
little
remix?
The best one is what is it? Baby, I'm yours.
I don't remember. You
Oh
showed
my
it to
God.
us though.
Yeah.
But it's great. I literally at one point, like really early on, I walked up to stage. I was like, "Can we try to learn this choreography before
I
this
know
thing?
it.
Do it?"
Yeah, I
And I was like,
literally
and then
know. We
it
can
never
do it
did.
later.
Oh,
Yeah, I
hell
learned
yeah.
it when it was like first
Awesome.
the trend.
But yeah, no, fucking great. I love her. She's just so much fucking fun. The entire episode where she's training the president.
with
And then at the
volleyball?
end, she's like,
Oh, with the
I
volleyball.
made that boy.
I
She
raised
got
that
a
boy.
band-aid on her
I
bow
raised
tie. I'm like, oh my God, I love this chick. Like she's
They get 3 days in, and he's like, "Okay, now I can serve. I need to learn everything else."
yeah, she's like, fucking what?
I love Chica so much. And Kaguya, like, dude, the episode when Kaguya's sick and she's just
Oh
in the
my
bed,
God.
she's like,
Yeah.
"Oh."
Adorable.
And I'm like, oh my
So
God,
cute.
you're
Adorable.
so cute. And like all the shit that like comes out of like each episode, because like it flows so well into each other, and like especially like the absurdity that they set up, like that episode, right? It ends, you go into the next episode, and then they're like, I'm mad at you. And then it's like internal monologue. I'm mad because he might have done something, but I'm also mad because if he didn't do something, why didn't he do
Oh,
something?
yeah, when they're in bed. Yeah.
Like that shit was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I guess I'll leave specifics for later. But like overall, I super had like a lot of fun with it in general. It was just like the last 2 or 3 episodes that I was like, all right, it's getting to me a little bit. I'll definitely watch season 2, but I think with a little more space between it, just because I don't want it to like carry over into me being like, please get it over with.
Right.
But yeah, so that's my like initial thoughts.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I thought it was really funny. I think the like physical comedy with all like the faces and stuff was really, really well done. I did watch an episode subbed as per your request. They talk so fast.
Oh yeah.
In the sub,
Yeah.
I was continuously just rewinding and pausing to be like, I cannot read nearly as fast as you are talking. So that kind of like took it away, but I did like just how like quick that like banter was.
I had to do the same thing for Bakemonogatari when I was talking to you about that.
Oh yeah.
Pause every 5 seconds.
Every 5 seconds, because I'm like, okay, it was also a lot of like text on top of each other because
Yeah.
it was like different
Yeah.
people talking. I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that definitely makes it a little difficult.
Yeah.
To read, and definitely made the dub a little more enjoyable for me the second time because I watched it dubbed. I
But-
watched it sub first.
But watching the like extreme levels of which they overthink every situation, I'm like, this is like the epitome of being a high schooler and trying to like have your first relationship.
They're doing 5D chess for something that should be checkers.
Yeah, that's actually a really good way to put it, because in both their minds where they're just like, okay, I'm going to ask for their phone number, but if I ask for their phone number, they're going to know I want to talk to them.
Yeah.
And if I talk to them, they're going to know that I love them. And this is basically a love confession. I can't do that. And they're just like, and I'm like,
And then she could just ask for the phone number. He's like, oh yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that
Every
Kaguya
time.
every time is just like, Chica, I know you don't mean to be doing this because
She's
you're
like the
too
biggest
dumb to
cock
know,
block
but like,
ever.
could you stop that shit?
Because every
I
time
d-
she's like, I want this, and then but I can't do it. And Chica's just like, hi.
Yeah.
Can I get your number? Or like, hi,
She's so
you're my best
brazen, I
friend.
Can I
love her.
eat your food? Like literally just
Yeah.
everything. She's just the
And then the
biggest
immediate
cock block.
like flops of like,
yeah.
I hate her so
I
much.
know it's so many things.
Chica, you're the
Yeah,
best.
literally, she's gonna burn in hell like this.
Was it the
fucking
first
bitch.
episode with that like sweet bun on the table? There was only one there, and they're like,
Yes.
they were
Yeah.
talking about it, and then Chica just goes, "Okay, great," and then
Yeah.
eats it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I really enjoyed the show. I thought it was really good. I thought it was also really funny. I did like the last two episodes with the fireworks. I thought was really cute and wholesome. And then I liked how in the second part of that episode, they're like thinking about that night, and the president's just like, you know, I thought that was like really cool and suave, but I now realize that I probably looked like a huge fucking dweeb the whole time. And it's like his perspective of him being like, I'll show you the fireworks.
That part is so fucking
That is
funny.
so funny.
So funny.
Just
because-
when he immediately gets shut down, when she's just like, I wanted to say like, oh, that probably hurt. I'm sorry.
and then he's like, I gotta go.
oh, so sorry. I know it was awkward.
Especially when you see like the episode before, like knowing that, and you go and look at it, and it's like, oh, he's suave. He's
Yeah, he's
good.
Yeah,
fucking
he's
Yeah.
got
cool,
this.
Yeah.
The
collected.
charm is
He's
there.
awesome.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
is
Or at the very least, she
sweeping her
viewed
off.
it as it.
Yeah, or
Right,
how
right.
she
Yeah.
viewed it.
Right.
Like, you know, her perspective. He's sweeping her off. He's sweeping her off her feet, and then his perspective. It's just like every memory of myself from middle school.
Oh
It's
my
like,
god,
yep.
dude.
And then, but then they finally get to see the fireworks, and then she was like, I didn't even see them. I'm like, what was the point?
No,
She's
she
too
didn't
busy
see it
looking
because
at
she
him.
No,
was-
I know, because she was so
enamored.
enamored
Yeah.
with him.
What was the point? Was the time with her friends?
Yes, I
Yeah,
know.
more
But at the
importantly,
same
the
time, I
boy.
was
Yeah.
like, this bitch.
Shout
The
out to the
fireworks
shout out
were
to the
a
ramen
facade.
kings of Tokyo, by the way.
Oh
Huh?
my god.
The ramen
Yes.
kings
Yeah,
of
the
Oh
Tokyo.
my
Tokyo-
God.
That was such a
Whoa,
good
our
Speaking of
taxi driver's a
Chica-
badass.
Speaking
Yeah.
of Chica episodes, the friggin' episode where she's like eating the ramen and the dude's
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
It's like he put the ginger on the top of the ramen plate because he knew that I wanted to smell that, and then she's just like,
I liked him.
oh, it's all in one. It's awesome.
I liked him like slowly being like, some girl enjoying some ramen. Oh, maybe she knows what
She's
she's
a
doing.
ramen expert.
She's a ramen connoisseur. She's one of my people.
How did she know the best combination? Like,
No,
it's
the
awesome.
part where he's just like,
Oh, yeah.
you go, girl.
Yes, when she's drinking the
No,
broth.
but
Yeah.
she's like,
She's like, okay, I don't know what
Yeah,
you want
yeah,
from
the
me.
guy behind the bar was like, and
Yeah.
she's like,
okay.
I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, I thought this dude was gonna be like creepy or weird, and he was
That's
just
what I
like,
thought.
No,
I
that
was
was
really
so
upset.
funny.
I
He was just a really
upset.
wholesome ramen connoisseur who loves seeing
just
fellow
loves-
ramen
yeah,
connoisseurs.
Just loves it. I'm really happy they didn't make him the weird pervert.
No,
Yeah,
he
no.
was, he was ended up
It
being
would
cool
also
guy.
have
'Cause he
been
was
like
definitely,
super
like,
out of
drawn like
place.
that.
yeah, because then the
He's
other guy
definitely drawn
guy
like
shows
that.
up because he's the taxi driver, and they're just like, whoa, our taxi driver's a
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah,
when
taxi driver's
when
a
it flashed, it was
badass.
like one of the big four ramen. I was like, oh, he knows.
He's like,
He
looks
knows
like I
that
have.
Chica.
He's like, looks like
He's
I have
like,
to
I
step
got
on it,
ya.
and then just fucking puts it in the
Incredible.
eighth gear. It's awesome. Anyway,
Who were we on? I think we were still on you.
Oh, you finished?
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Okay, my turn. So, I loved it. I watched season 2. I thought we were supposed to. We're not, so I'm not
Cool.
gonna talk about specific episodes because I can't really remember. I'll just talk about it when you
General
guys bring up the
overview.
Yeah.
episode, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that one.
That was also why I didn't do it. I was like, I'm gonna mix them up.
I didn't know, and then you said season 1 in the group chat, and I was like, sorry, what?
Well,
Season
it was funny
one?
because you're on my account, so I saw the like season 2 going up, and I was like, wow, I guess Kat really loved this
I mean,
show.
I
She
did. No,
immediately went
I
into
did,
it.
but I did think that like I was supposed to watch it. Like I did think that.
That was the homework.
Yeah,
Right.
but I did enjoy it. I would have watched it anyways, even if it wasn't. I probably would have waited, but I loved it. I thought that every character was so good. I don't think there's one character in it that I like disliked or anything like that. When there like usually always is, if not multiple characters to dislike, and I don't think I disliked a single character. So I just thought that overall the comedy was really great. The visuals were really great. I just think it was a great show. Again, I'm not going to bring up specific things because I don't remember which is which.
Right.
Do you?
guys,
And
I
guys,
fucking
And?
hated this show.
Breath.
guys.
I
and
didn't know.
This is one of the greatest fucking shows I've ever seen in my life.
you're
Oh
so cute.
My God, guys, I can't. Guys, I can't stress
Say guys one
how
more time.
much I love this show. When I saw on Funimation after the last episode ended, I saw there was a season 2. I screamed. I screamed because I was like, "There's more!" And then, oh my god, I was so excited. I started watching season 2. Like, I don't even give a shit. But I watched it like before, so like I don't like. It's not like, well, it's fresh, but like I'm not gonna talk about it. But this show. Oh my god. The writing, dude, is perfect. It's perfect. It encapsulates like everything being an awkward high school teenager is. Like, the animation's gorgeous. Like, all of their, like, it's so creative in like the way that they do like these mental mind games and like how they represent like the things they're saying on screen, where it's like, oh yeah, sparks are flying, and then it shows like on the ground where like all of these sparks are like jetting across the floor and stuff like that, and like how like they have like these cool angles and like how they like represent like all of the mental gymnastics that they're playing on each other. Like, the writing is phenomenal. All of the characters are incredible. Ishigawa is like the funniest fucking kid on the planet. Chika is adorable, and Kaguya and Miyuki are like the power couple of the fucking century, dude. Like, they are so
when they get
funny.
Together.
Wait, I really like her like maid too.
Oh, I really like that.
Hayasaka. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she's
Hayasaka
amazing.
is
Yeah.
like
She
low
is
key my best
incredible.
girl.
She's the only
The
one that
episode
really got a
focusing on
fan
her.
service episode too. Minus like
Oh,
the,
when
ba-
she's
the
taking
Bailey
it back?
minus
I couldn't
them in the
remember
bathing
it.
suit
I
for
couldn't
5
remember
seconds,
it,
but
yeah.
like
Oh, she had me cracking up where she was like, "Oh, I wonder what it's like to be in love, like these two pining after each other and like just being together, but being too stupid to say." As if, and then she's just like, and I'm like, "Oh my god, queen!"
Every
Like,
time
you
she, like,
better
just-
start taking better care of me, Kaguya. And she's like, you can walk home.
She's
And
like,
it's
"You ever hear of karma, you dumb bitch?" And I'm like,
like,
"Oh my god, I love you."
Kaguya just slams the door open every time. I need you. And
I
she's
need
like,
you so
God.
bad.
She's
Yeah.
like, can I just take one goddamn bath?
And then she's like, I'm
When-
sitting here soaking wet, half naked in your room. Can I please go?
Like,
Yeah,
you're
she's like, "I
just
take
crying
my
over
bath now."
nothing.
When she's like, I sent the text.
Yes.
Yeah. And even like the minor characters too, like the ramen shop guy or
Yeah.
like the
Those two kids who are like in the relationship. and
Yeah,
going for
I forgot their
advice.
names.
Oh, I
but,
like them
them
too.
going to each other for like relationship advice.
Wait, okay. I want to talk about a quick mistake that's in the show. It's briefly in season 2, like it's right at the end, like, and then into the beginning. It's the tiniest spoiler. Doesn't matter if I
No,
like
you're
say
good.
it.
No, I mean, go for it, I
It's like the tiniest thing. It doesn't really matter. The guy changes his hair color and pierces his ears. But so they show
that was the guy.
it's supposed to be him, but they show him
'Cause at the end of
normally,
season 1,
and they show
yeah.
him
Yeah, I saw
normally
that.
at the beginning of season 2, back with his black hair, and I'm like, this cheating fucking cunt. I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, what the fuck is
my
happening?
God,
Yeah, and because I was pissed, they messed it up, and they went from him having it, and it's not a flashback, like it is.
I know what you're talking about because you see like the girl.
Yes.
And then with that guy, I'm
Yeah.
like, who the fuck is that guy?
Yes,
And
and,
I'm like,
then they
So
show
that's the
him.
same guy.
Yes, and
Oh,
then they
weird.
show
Okay.
him, but it's not even just that he did that. Like, they show him back with black hair, and it's not a flashback. Like, they actually just like messed it up, and then
Interesting.
Wait, so is he
Weird.
supposed to be dyed hair and piercings? Or is he
Yes.
supposed okay.
it is the same guy. But they quickly show a clip of him with like the black,
Like the
hair.
like original form.
Yeah, and then so I was like, oh my god, she is a cheating cunt. I was just like, because there he is. And because at first I was like, is that supposed to be him? I was like, I mean, they look exactly like the same model, but like.
But that could be anything.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, I don't know. I was like, she could just be a fucking cheating bitch, and then but they show it, and then I was like, oh my god, she is a cheating bitch, and then they were like, oh no, it's him with dyed hair and piercings, and I was like,
Interesting.
so they just
Yeah.
fucked up.
No, yeah, that's
Bad
weird.
now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
I
no,
have
I know what you're
pictures
talking
because
about.
I
That was
sent
really weird.
because I was like pissed.
Interesting.
But
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
The friggin' the writing, going back to the writing is absolutely perfect. Like, because the thing is, right, like the show is paced so incredibly well and directed so friggin' well that like you would think, right, that like them doing mental gymnastics would get old by like, because really like all of the episodes have like that same like common thread where like they're all trying to like outsmart each other, get whichever one to confess first, and you would think it would get old, right? But it never gets old. Like they find some way to like raise the stakes or like introduce like a new like I don't know, scenario, or like just like riff on like an old scenario, or like take like a common thing, like a mundane everyday thing, and just like blow it out of proportion and like do whatever. but like it never gets old and it never gets boring, and it's always fun, it's always fresh, and oh my god, is this show fucking hilarious. I was belly laughing like multiple times during this show. Like Arrested Development is like my favorite comedy, and like I belly laughed like multiple times during that show. But like this show, like I was on par with that. Like it is so so funny, yeah. I don't want to like get into specifics yet, obviously, like everybody else just said. But this show is excellent. This show is like near perfect in my opinion. But hey, Kyle,
Hey,
what'd you
up?
think of this show, Mister? I recommended it.
Well, I recommended it, so I'm gonna
He actually
say,
hates it.
Yeah.
It's actually show.
He wanted all of
I
us to
wanted
hate it
all
with
of
him.
you to tell me you hate it. No, I love this show. It's so funny. It's just like a really good. It feels like kind of like just a. I think it's based off of like a gag comic or something. I think it's, yeah, it's an adaptation of a manga, and just quick short little stories of comedy. That's good. Sorry, I'm always bad with this part.
You're fine.
That manga's
It's
still
all
going.
good, dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
still
Season
going.
three's
I looked
season
it up.
three's
Yeah.
being made or is coming out soon.
It's-
I forget.
it-
Oh, I
being
thought it was
made.
just greenlit, but they had no
Oh,
information.
okay, then
It's,
then
I thought-
it's being made, and they have 3 OVAs coming out. Yeah, I looked it
Yeah.
up. Fuck you.
Well, I did look it up, but that was like
Yeah,
when
I
I
looked
finished
it
it,
up.
which was like 2 weeks ago, so I didn't really remember.
they're having like 3 OVAs come out for it, and then there's gonna be season 3.
Or sorry,
According to
you know what?
Wikipedia.
I'm going home. I guess I'll just go die now.
Yeah, bye.
Now
Bye.
who's the
Okay,
anime expert?
but please don't die.
Please don't die.
Yeah, Anthony has
Yeah,
watched
please don't
5
die.
anime at this point.
Oh
He
my
knows
God,
what he's talking
that
about.
running gag of like, I'm gonna go home and die now. Okay, please don't die. And then it shows them like walking out in like that like wide shot. Oh my god,
The episode, like, I think it's near the end where they're like, it is because it's when they are
It is the last
Kaguya
episode.
and are trying to talk to each other and they're doing like the triangle
Oh,
thing. And
yeah.
she's like, oh, we're doing a game. And so then she starts doing it, and then
She gets shot
walks
down.
in,
She gets shot down.
and she he was like, what's happening? And just walks in and does the wrong pattern. And they're like,
Yeah.
and Chika's like, you lose, get the hell out. And he's
like
like,
the smoke is
"Oh."
on his back. It's
Yeah.
phenomenal bit.
No, I
Phenomenal.
love how the show's put together, like the little things like that, and then the shots, like that great scene where Ishigami has decided to start talking about Chika and
Yes.
Kaguya.
My god.
And-
Wait, he's like slightly incelish.
That's
Where
the
he's being-
first thing
No,
I
that's not
ever
the-
saw
that's
about
not
that.
the
show.
incel
No,
part.
he,
There's
yeah,
this
he
incel
is.
part.
There is an incel
He
part. He goes on like a
definitely is,
minute
yeah.
long rant of like, fuck
That
women.
minute
Like,
long
oh, boy.
incel rant was like,
I was
I was
oh,
sitting
no,
there like,
my
this
boy,
is
why?
cringe, but also like this is so accurate to how I've heard these guys talk, and it's just so funny.
Well, when you think about it, right? Like you got to think about it from like the context of like a freshman in high school,
Yeah.
because they're all incels.
Yeah.
Like no doubt about it. Every boy freshman in high school is an incel. Like there's no doubt about
You gotta
it.
figure it out.
You gotta figure it out.
He has yet to.
He has yet to. Yeah, for sure. Because I was like cringing as he was like, oh, the women are terrible. They're so weird and like stupid.
They
and,
control
like,
us.
And I'm like, okay, you can stop. I liked you. Like,
But that scene where he's just describing it, and you just see the couch, and you see like things slowly start to come into
Oh,
picture,
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
and you're like, no, there's Kaguya, there's Chika,
The
and
president's like,
just
stop now.
He's
just trying-
Dude, I
the-
can't. And then you see the boy. He's like, I can't help you
the
anymore.
president's
I'm
like,
sorry.
the president's like, I can't tell you to stop outright because then I'm complicit, but oh no.
yeah, yeah.
And then just the very calm Chika, like,
And she's just rolling the news.
rolls it up,
And then
beats
Yeah,
the
that's
when she makes it, she's just like, ah.
Yeah.
And then she fucking
Just so aggressively
Awesome.
beating him.
So funny.
It
and
was-
she's like, okay,
I
we're
was
cool now.
dying at
Like-
how fucking funny that was because she was just calmly making it, and like the fucking Link taking an item out of a chest, just yay! Immediate smash cut to her slamming him in the back of the head with it.
Oh my god. And can we also
Dying.
talk about how incredible the dub is for this?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
it's so
Oh
good.
my god,
So
the dub
good.
is so good.
Oh, because that reminds me, because you, when you recommended this, you were like, watch the sub to see the difference between the narrators.
I
And
really
which
like the
did, and
narrators.
Oh,
so
the narrator.
and we were talking about this at work one day or whatever, and I was I feel like for the Japanese sub for that, I feel like the narrators are like the same but just in a different cadence.
Yeah.
Because the Japanese narrator is just very flat monotoned, but I think that even though it's more of a little bit of an eccentric voice that they use, like the little mad scientist kind of voice that Ian Sinclair, I think
Yeah, I think it is him.
is doing, I still feel like it gets the same exact point across.
It's a similar vibe.
Right, like I don't like I was listening to it. I wasn't like, oh, this is completely different. Like it doesn't hit anymore.
Yeah, there was a couple like scenes where it was completely different, and I just saw that online before I'd seen the dub, and I was led to believe that it was like that. I think it maybe gets a little more in season 2, but I'm honestly not sure.
Yeah, from like what I could tell, I thought that it did a good job at like delivering the exact same tone that it was going for, just like
The very
with the
different
cadence,
cadence, kind of different, like.
But like I feel like it still hit the exact same notes it needed to.
Oh yeah,
I think the only time that I felt the sub
was it Ian Sinclair?
I was trying to
think
find.
it is him.
I can't remember if his last name's Sinclair.
That I felt that the sub was better was those like mainly the first episode where they're like introducing you to the world, because in the sub the narrator is just so unbelievably hype to be like, here's the location, here's the people you need to follow, this is why they're important, like take it and run with it. Yeah. And it's similar vibe in the dub. It's just like less enthusiastic, so it, like doesn't like
I think he
grab
can
you.
Be
No, I think
enthusiastic
he.
at
Yeah,
points,
I just
though.
felt like
For sure.
that, especially in that first like
introduction.
intro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
he's the snarkiest motherfucker. Like,
Yeah,
on
it's
there.
hilarious.
Like,
I love
he's
it.
so snarky. And
He's
I
like,
love
oh,
it.
6 months have gone by,
Ian
nothing's
Sinclair?
happened.
Nothing happened, but you knew that already.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I did. Like,
yeah, when
great.
it's just like, nothing's happened.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking
Awesome.
I love him. I love him.
They
so
haven't
much.
Great.
seen each other all summer, but that's not really a
Oh, that,
surprise,
like,
is
broke
it?
my heart, dude. When they were like, "Oh yeah, we're just like we're too prideful, so we're not going to talk to each other."
When he was sitting there like writing the text and then deleting it and writing it and deleting
I'm
it, I was
like, you
I was
poor
I was
thing.
like,
relatable.
I feel that.
Yeah, I
I've been
feel
there.
that. Like,
I don't want to come off desperate, but I want to talk to her. But
Yeah.
you know, like,
no, but the thing is, what I love about this show so much is that like. Yeah, like they take all of these mundane like situations and like blow them like way out of proportion, like just in terms of like that, like the characters reacting to it and how the show presents it. But like all of these things are like super friggin' relatable. Like the sending of the, or the writing a text message and deleting it, or like the follow on Twitter, or like talking to her first and inviting her somewhere and like being weird about it, and like, or like
the umbrella
somebody ignoring
sharing.
somebody. What?
Yeah.
The umbrella sharing.
The
That was
umbrella
such a
sharing,
good
or like
episode.
somebody being weird about something. Like it's all like it's all really relatable, and all stuff that like people have experienced, that I've experienced, and like so I'm watching it and I'm just like, fuck, like I'm just like cringing and like, oh my god, like I'm reminded of myself in high school, like the cringiest, awkward, like most fucking awkward person on the planet. But like, so it was just cool to see that like it was so like smartly done, and like I not like faithfully, but like it was like a good like look into like that window of time in like a person's life. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, have you guys ever seen The Edge of 17 with Haley Steinfeld?
No.
I've not.
Amazing movie, highly recommend it. But that is another.
Oh, I've seen one scene from that movie because I had to recreate it in college.
Which scene?
It's the one where she's like, that's it. I'm gonna like kill myself or whatever.
Oh, she's talking to her brother in the hallway.
And Woody Harrelson just fucking like berates the shit out of her.
Oh, that scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that movie is also like I feel like very similar to this, without like the romantic like mind games and stuff like that, where it's like a really accurate portrayal of like a teenager like being 17, like an awkward like weirdo in like high school. So I really appreciate stories that are like that, right? Because like they hit close to home, you know what I mean? So like watching this and seeing all of this unfold, I'm just like, fuck, geez, like this is the worst, but it's also so accurate. That's why I liked it a lot, because it's very authentic. There's a lot of authenticity behind it.
I feel like this show does that, like, genre, or not genre, like, version of this kind of, like, high school romance really well compared to, like every anime is basically set in a high school, and there's so many high school romance anime out there.
I'm sure.
But most of them are, like...
Well, I mean, same with American media.
Right.
There's so many friggin' teens in love in high school shows, like, on everything. So.
But it's, like, most of them are just, like, kind of going through, like, the motions of, like, okay, this is where you start, and then you have, like, oh, you're now in a relationship. Oh, but then you hit a rough patch.
Yeah.
But then you end up, like, in love and whatever.
And that's the thing, is, like, they're so hard to write.
Yeah,
You know what I
because
mean?
it can
Because, like,
feel
a lot of-
pedantic otherwise.
Of course, yeah. And, like, when you like, look at, like, fucking Riverdale, or, like...
Ugh.
Or any of like the billion teen high school comedies that came out from like 2007 to like 2014 or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, we
They're all
talking
written-
One Tree Hill.
Yeah, or
greatest
something
show
like that.
of all time.
But like they're all written by
What?
like boomers or like millennials, like
Yeah.
people that like who went to high school at a much different time than the time that the movie is portraying. You know
Right.
what I mean? Because like you need somebody that like lived that. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna feel like completely inauthentic.
But
when
wouldn't
you
you
do it.
then at that point wouldn't it be like every movie that would come out would be too late for that target audience? Because
really.
like
I-
that
because I
person
feel
would
like
be
a lot
like would be 30 by the time making that movie or something.
Well, that's
No, it's not
potentially,
so
but that's
much
the thing.
about-
But the thing is, like a lot of high school experiences, at least from like, I don't know, like 2010 to now, are like pretty homogenous. I think.
Well, yeah, because I feel like,
Yeah,
but I
I
feel like
think
it
that
would
was
be
around
like
the time.
relatable to. It's relatable like now, like in that time period to us because that's what we went through. Like, but like either older kids, like older people or kids would be like, I don't. Like you
Well,
know,
yeah,
I feel like
but that's like-
you're
but
always
that's
have a
not
target
the
audience that
audience,
was
you know?
going
No, but I
through.
think
How
that's
old
like
was the
our-
person who wrote this?
How old is the person who wrote this? Can
Yeah.
you
A
tell me?
mangaka is he's probably like fucking 40, 30, nah, maybe 30s.
Well, there's very few.
That's why I'm
95.
that's
That's the thing,
curious.
because sometimes you get that person that understands like teen drama and teen
you
play.
imagine?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like every
Like,
once in a while you get that
Relatable
person.
content.
Every once in a while you get that person that understands like teen drama and like teen play and stuff like that was John Hughes in the 80s.
But I
when
feel
he
like
was,
that's usually
40
people
making,
who like
teen high school movies.
have
So-
kids who are teenagers at the time that they're like
Hold on, wait,
producing it.
take bets. All right, how old do we think this guy is first before Colin says it?
36.
35.
I was gonna say 35.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 37.
Let me do math
I'm
really
gonna go over.
quickly.
What? It doesn't just say his age.
No, it gives me the year.
What was the
Okay.
year?
What's the year?
1988.
Oh, he's like
Oh,
in his
30
early 30s. He's like
yeah.
34 or 33.
We were close.
Yeah, it's
Like, he gets it.
Akasaka
Yeah, like-
Aka.
30.
Is it a guy or a girl?
I actually, it might be a girl. I'm
No,
not sure.
33.
33.
33 he'd
I'm
be now.
absolutely not sure.
Akasaka?
Akasaka Aka.
What a name.
Yeah, honestly, baller
Yeah.
ass name. Like,
So Cat and
Anyway,
well, if you were
actually
born in
nobody
1990,
wins
you're
because if we're playing
31.
Price is Right,
Yeah, we went over.
Yeah,
all of
all
us
of us
lost.
went over.
Yeah. Oops.
It is a man, yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Akasaka.
I'm not that surprised.
He's
that's a guy.
32 years old. So, like,
That's not
he
all.
gets it. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh
like,
my
he
god,
understands.
wait. Akasaka Sensei also did Instant Bullet, which is a manga that I read about half of and just had to stop.
Why? Is it
Why?
no good?
No.
It's just not that good. It had like this, it had a really good JoJo reference. It had a really good JoJo reference. and
Makes it
that's-
worth it.
Yeah.
No.
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 Did it come out before Kaguya-sama or after?
Yes.
Okay, so he's
It was
improved.
right
Oh, yeah, 'cause
before. It was
he's
right before
improved.
Kaguya-sama, so he improved vastly because
Yeah.
that story was like
Maybe he just
there
needed
was
to
like
find his
there
niche.
was aspects
Because Kaguya's
there.
still going.
Yeah, there
Oh,
was
is it?
aspects there, but and then it
Yeah,
just
the
like
manga's
wasn't
ongoing.
really.
Oh, wait, when was it written though? Because that then
2013 to 2015.
Okay, so how old was he when he wrote it?
Well,
So 2013,
Done.
1988 minus or 2013 minus 1990.
I mean, like literally 2 years before he started Kaguya-sama,
2013 minus.
because then 2015 to present
was
is
25
is
when he wrote it.
Kaguya-sama.
That's pretty young.
so he needed
Pretty young.
he needed that extra 2 years.
He did sign before
Well, that's
that.
the thing, because he
Sayonara
found
Piano
Kaguya-sama,
Sonata.
he probably just found his niche, and he probably relates to that story more.
Oh, I think he
you know,
wrote.
There's
I don't think he wrote
there's
that. I
been
think he
some
just drew that.
mangas that like just found what they fit in.
Yeah.
It just was like they started writing something else like way early and it was like not great.
Mhm.
I think isn't oh god I'm spacing on his name or JoJo's author.
Oh,
manga.
Hirohiko Araki.
Yeah, didn't he start writing something else and it was like not that great?
Oh yeah, I think he worked on something before.
Yeah, and it was like
JoJo's.
not great and then he was like, you know what, I'm gonna do something completely different.
Yeah, so then he tried to copy Fist of the North Star because that was what was really popular at the time, and then he was like, "I'm gonna make it flamboyant," and it worked. And he's been going since I think 1988.
Yeah, it's been a fucking
Yeah, it's been
while.
forever.
Since
He's
this
doing
guy's been
JoJo's.
born.
Yeah, and his
Yeah,
and
pretty
yeah,
much,
since
yeah.
this guy's been born, and now he's gonna finish his 8th story this month, and I don't have faith in this ending.
Oda's
Yikes.
only
Oda's
done One Piece, right?
Oda's only done One Piece. He started with One Piece. He's been going.
How
back
would
and
he
forth.
have
man
time
was
for
like, I got
anything
8
else?
23
and nothing
years.
else.
Well,
Milk that
How
shit.
would Oda have time for literally anything else? That man doesn't even have time to breathe.
He
No,
wants
but
to-
if he did it first, like before One Piece. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah,
No,
like, if he
One
done-
Piece
he's done
is his
nothing
only
since-
story.
Yeah, he's
He-
done nothing other than
He
One
has
Piece.
said he's
Well,
been
when you
planning
got
One
that much
Piece.
money, like making.
Well, now
he
he's
said that
out.
he said he knew the
Yeah.
ending, but like before he even started.
Yeah,
He knew the ending
Wow.
before he even
Yeah.
started.
Yeah, no,
Now.
he's been planning
Okay,
this
so
since
we
he was
know- we know
he's been
we
playing
got-
this since I think he's been in high school.
There's a video of by a guy that we both like. We've
Totally
talked
Not
about before,
Mark?
Totally Not Mark.
Yeah.
Where he talks about like we can figure out probably how One Piece ends, and it's actually really
Yeah.
interesting. Whether or not it's accurate or not, who knows? But like it's really interesting how like they break it down.
Does it seem
And-
like plausible?
Yeah,
what
yeah,
they
Oh
said?
yeah,
exactly.
no, because I mean, not really a spoiler, but
slight spoilers,
slight
just in
spoiler,
case.
just kind of like the theme is effectively the arcs are kind of mirrors of previous arcs. So like the first
time skip.
So like post time skip and pre time skip. So like the first arc is going to be a reversal of the final arc, and then kind of going inward like that.
So
Neato.
yeah. So every
Because
arc
people
is
have
just an
found like,
inverse.
oh, this arc and this arc, there's reversals here in the story, in how the bad guy acts, in how this particular fight goes down with these characters, how this character
gets
acts,
their development.
like
that's
gets their
cute.
development. Like there was one of like, oh, here's a scene where Sanji refuses to ask for help and refuses to fight a woman, and then here's a scene where Sanji refuses to fight a woman but asks for help because he will not fight a woman. That's his thing.
I see.
He's
he,
a
he also
gentleman
he
and a
also
pervert.
because he is such a pervert for women knows how
That he
if-
won't fight
that
them?
He knows that any woman is in danger within like 3 miles of him or some shit.
Which later turns out to be like part of his like, you know, power. Like they have a power system.
In
and
danger?
Yeah,
He
yeah. He
can-
literally
like,
is like,
there's
a
a power-
woman's in danger.
there's a
Hark,
power
I shall
system
go.
where it's like you can sense
He's
stuff.
a fucking simp.
And
Oh my
his
God.
and he's like a master of that because he can sense a woman within 3 miles
really,
of him.
It's
Oh my
really
God.
sad because like Sanji starts out as like
Cool,
he,
right?
Like he
he's
still
the
has those
coolest.
moments where he's like the nosebleed character, and you're like, but like he starts out not as bad, and he's one of the fucking coolest characters ever. There's an entire part where he's like Mr. Princing the shit out of this thing. That's like a name he takes over for like a hot second.
For a hot second.
And it is the
yeah.
coolest shit ever. He is the biggest badass. And then like 2 arcs happen, and then he goes whole hog into the like real not okay pervert section. And you're like,
Yeah.
no, why? Because you find out.
Oh god.
I guess slight spoilers. You find so there's an arc that they go to. One of the next arcs, and there's an island, and you find a person that has the
clear fruit.
Yeah, the clear fruit, which gives him the power of invisibility.
Oh no.
And Sanji gets really mad at this man because at first you think it's because he fucking sneaks into main girl Nami's shower and fucking starts feeling her up
And kidnaps her.
and kidnaps her. So you think it's because he's mad about that.
He didn't share.
No.
He goes in and he goes, I'm so incredibly pissed at you. He gets like a slight power up because you got the fruit and not me because I wanted to be able
My
to go see
entire
women
life's
naked."
Jesus
goal was to
Christ.
find this. I studied a book of devil fruits, and I was going to find the clear
And
fruit.
immediately he goes from one of the fucking coolest characters to I don't.
You
like
have
this
you
guy
haven't you haven't
anymore.
seen Whole Cake Island yet.
I have
so
I know he gets better again,
He-
but
he
like
gets better
we
again.
should go back to Kaguya-sama.
We should.
Wait,
Sure
can
should.
I have
Yeah, go
one more
ahead.
One Piece tangent
Sure. Yeah,
as
go.
someone who is not like a part of One Piece at all?
I would love to give you the on One Piece perspective.
So I was watching an interview with a K-pop idol from G Idol. Her name is Soyoung, and they were talking about like who's your like ideal man. And so the other person who the like interviewer asking was like, "Oh, is it like this kind of guy or this kind of guy?" And she was like, "It's Zoro from One Piece."
Yeah! Culture.
my
She
God.
knows what's up.
Yeah, it
Zoro's
was
the
really
best.
funny.
The correct answer.
Yes.
It was so good.
Before we go, because the Olympics are going on right now, this one dude does Luffy's second gear pose before going and winning Olympic gold, and then this other dude
King.
from USA represent comes out, does Frankie's little
Super.
super.
Because yeah, so Frankie's supposed to be American, right?
Yes.
And
He's based
so
off
we
Jim
just
Carrey.
need 8 other people to take the stances of everyone else for the right countries. Nico Robin will be Russian. I don't.
Well, I
know.
mean, that
Sanji's
guy-
France, so we need someone from France to do Sanji's thing. We're not gonna have it, but like that'd be cool.
Well, I mean, the guy who did Luffy wasn't Brazilian, so
Is Luffy
Doesn't
Brazilian? I always forget.
yeah,
what
he's
he
based
is.
off. He's supposed to be based off a country of his island is supposed to be based off Brazil.
Okay.
Neat. Kaguya-sama.
Yeah. Anyway.
Kaguya-sama, what's that?
I don't know.
So yeah, visual gags and everything. I thought that's fucking.
Oh my
shows.
God.
I thought
There was
the
one
visual.
that had me friggin' in stitches when she was like when Kaguya was walking the like the elementary school girl to like the her
Oh,
school
to like
Oh,
yeah.
and she's like, oh yeah, what was your partner's name? She was like Yeti, and she's like, what, like the abominable snowman? She's like, yeah.
Oh,
they're
and the
walking-
Yeti
and
is
they
in
hold
the
it, and you see
background.
the Yeti one like, oh my God, I was dying. That was so funny. But all the visual gags are
like,
fantastic.
The entire we made the joke before when she was like, I fucking hate you, Chico. Like, oh, you're the best. When the entire like part of the episode is her trying to get the president's sister to be like. To call her big sister,
Yeah.
like, that's her in. She's gonna get in
Yeah.
that way, and then she's like trying to figure it out, but she can't talk to her. Like she doesn't know how to do it, and Chica just walks in and is like, "Oh hi," and she's like, "Big sister," and she's like, "I will fucking kill you, Chica."
And then
Chica's like, "You want to go shopping with us?" She's like, "You're the best. I love you." Like, and it's like the entire episode, and then at the end of that, when the president's like, "Oh, how was your day today?" And she's like, "Oh, like I was hanging out with Chica, whatever." And like Kaguya, and he's like, "Oh, cool. Like, what did you think?" And then she just like turns back and is like, "Oh," and just like walks out. It's just because she's too intimidated to talk about how she likes Kaguya.
So good.
Phenomenal bit.
But like the faces that they make when they're like, okay, this is my angle, this is my ploy, I'm gonna say X, Y, and Z, and they're just gonna crumble under my feet, and then they say it, and the other person's like,
Because it's like edited like an action anime.
Yeah.
Like, it's drawn like
It's
an action
so-
anime, but it's not.
I
It's great.
love that it's like, for the most part, it's like very like standard animation, like looks good, but it's just kind of there. And then when it's like the mind games, they're like
They're
wind
just go
blowing
balls
in
to
their
the
hair,
wall.
like
Yeah.
so
Awesome.
much saturation
They're
and
like
like
on fire.
so much intensity. And then you just have like Chica in the shot who doesn't know what's going on, and she's just like, hello.
Oh my god, when they animate Chica when she's like talking and they do like the friggin' where she looks like a cardboard cutout on like a stick and she's like moving around. Oh my god, it kills me. It's so
The
friggin'
episode
funny.
when they're all studying for like the finals or whatever, and,
Yeah.
and the two of them are like, "Nah, I don't even study," and the Chica's like, "Oh, I guess if you guys don't do that, I shouldn't." And they're like, "Yeah, who needs to study? Just relax all day, play video games." She's like, "Oh, I mean, I was gonna go study, but I guess if that's what you guys do."
And then the president's just like, yeah, I don't even study. Narrator, he has done 10 all-nighters in a row.
Yeah, he's like, cramming does nothing. This man will do
He's
everything
lying.
the last 3 days. He is lying.
I love that when the narrator's constantly just like, they're lying.
Yeah.
lying. And I'm like,
Lying.
And then,
oh
and
my
then,
God.
like they're like they both are shown like freaking out, and then they find out that I keep wanting to say Ishigami.
Yeah, Ishigami
Is
his
it
name.
okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
every
is
time-
it Ishigami or Ishigami?
Ishigami.
Oh, it's Ishigami.
Yeah.
Because every time I'm like, isn't that the fucking Death Note things?
No,
Shinigami?
that's a
Shinigami.
Shinigami.
Yeah, yeah.
Every time I'm like, I'm not right. It's wrong.
Shinigami.
Ishigami is like, oh yeah, if I fail one more, I'm fucking out. And they're like, what? We you can't leave. We need you to do these fucking bills, man.
You can't go.
And so she's like, I will take you under my
I
wing.
love
and then
how
he's barely,
scared
he's like,
he is
He's
of
like
her.
barely keeping it together in the entire show. It's great.
and then like they come back after the tests, and like he's like, I passed. I did
so
it. Shows the
happy.
grades, and it's like a fucking 50.
41,
Yeah.
38.
He's like, I did it. She's like,
No,
what
you
happened?
didn't.
No, you didn't. And then like the two of them, like with Kaguya and the president, are like looking at the board, and he's like, "Oh, cool, I did it." Well, you know, and she's like, "Oh yeah," and
As
like, way
per
to go.
usual.
Yeah. And
He's
she's
like,
like,
"It's
"Oh,
not that
way to
big."
go." Well, you know,
Yeah.
I'll get you next time. And then like they both go their separate ways. He goes to the fucking bathroom stall. I was like,
Shamelessly. He starts shamelessly shadowboxing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she's like having a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
Because she's like crying into the maid, like, "What? I didn't."
I thought it's so sweet though that he does that because he wants to be like worth it to her because her family is like. I was like,
adorable. Oh
my
God, it's
heart.
so
She
fucking
comes from
I-
billionaires. I come from
Yeah.
literally dirt. I need this.
Yeah.
Like when he's doing that whole like montage of him like trying to learn how to play volleyball, he's like talking to Chica, and he's like not talking but like thinking in his mind, and he's like, people need to think that I'm just effortlessly really good at everything and like really cool, and like he's just like trying really hard, and he spends 3 days on just the serve. And then it's like when she first sees him like doing kind of shit at volleyball, he's like, she's gonna expose me.
Well, yeah, because like the whole thing is that like it is a school of people like the
Yeah.
best of the
Very
best. And yeah.
prestigious.
So
Yeah.
like, and it's like he has to do it because otherwise everyone will look down on
No,
him.
but when you think about it, though, he doesn't give a shit about everybody else. He's like literally like he puts on the facade of like, oh, like I have to be the best, like to impress like my peers and stuff like. No, he's just doing this for
well,
Kaguya.
he started doing it before he met Kaguya.
But yeah, but like during the show.
Oh well,
Like,
yeah,
everything
but,
he
yeah,
does
but
is,
like
like,
because
just
he
for
originally did it because he was like a jaded asshole that was like, I
Yeah.
need to prove that I'm better than them, and then because also Kaguya was that like stone cold like
Yeah.
doesn't talk to anyone, fucking ice wall, and then it was just because
Ice
the two
wall.
of them were it's like ice queen. I mean,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's it.
Like that both of them were just like somewhat slightly talking to each other every now and then when it cuts to the past them, and he's
Yeah.
like, so how was your day? And she's like, you don't fucking talk to me. And he's like, okay.
He's like, "Do you have
I'm
any-"
in love.
Oh my god, my favorite is like, do you have any hobbies? Because all I see when I look in your dead eyes is just nothing. So I thought there was something that lit them up, but I guess I was wrong.
And then there was,
Wait.
the episode when like the two of them are like talking about like they got each other like gifts or whatever, and it was like, oh yeah, you mentioned that one time that you like liked cake or whatever.
Oh my god, when they're holding the cake
Yeah.
for an hour.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And that's something I remember one time very specifically 5 years ago that you said you want
And
this.
she's like, you remembered. It's like she's like turning around. She's like, I gotta scratch my nose. She's like, you remembered. And she
goes back, "Hey, fuck you, I remember that.
She
You
also
don't get
remembered
cake.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't get cake on your birthday, so
You
I think you
know-
should eat this cake." He's like,
You know
I
what
have to scratch
episode
my
had me
nose.
absolutely rolling? The episode where they have that party for the French exchange students.
Oh,
I was
my
just gonna
God.
bring that up.
Yes.
I was
Oh
just
my
gonna bring
God.
that up. And when the
Miyuki
We.
just does not no
he's like-
idea right over his head. He's like,
she's
Yes.
ripping him.
Yeah.
ripping him
She's
apart.
I can't believe he
And he's just
doesn't
like,
care.
Like, he has it broke.
Yeah.
Oh
and,
my
and then Kaguya comes in and she's like, "What did you say?"
Yeah.
She's just like,
She starts going on.
that is my man.
And then
I-
she like slithers away. She's like, that woman
Yeah.
is so evil.
But I
Like-
so appreciate that moment at the end where she's like, "I didn't want you to like see me like that. Like I said such awful things to her," and he's like, "You could have."
Sure could have. Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know
I,
any
I,
French.
I know how to say hello.
Oh yeah, he
And
admitted that.
yes.
Yeah,
He admitted
and-
to her,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That
no, he did.
But what I love though is at the beginning of the episode, she's like, "Oh, like, do you know any French?" She's like, "Yeah, I picked some things up, like, you know, just in like a
Yeah,
random text."
it's
Like,
like fluent.
no, and he
Yeah.
like says like, "Hello, this is my name," and she's like, "Wow, that's great." And then like a French student comes up to her and she's like having a full conversation. He's like sweating bullets.
It's like the Key and Peele sketch when he's like, "Oh, we're at a French restaurant. Don't worry, I know French." And he like says like 2 words to the waiter, and then the waiter's like, "Oh," and then just spits everything out in French, and he's like, and then his fucking date's like, "Oh yeah," and starts speaking French. He's like, "I gotta go." And just leaves.
And I love that he's just like having this panic attack of like, they're gonna know I don't know French. Does everybody know French here except for me? What do I
Just turns
do?
out everyone's
Doesn't
fucking
Chica
fluent.
know like fucking
Yes,
50
yeah.
languages?
It's five. I think it's 5.
She's like,
Chica's
"Oh,
like, my mom tried to teach me as many languages as
Yeah, she's
possible.
like-
Live it into my head as possible.
My parents are diplomats. So,
Yeah,
So, you
yeah,
know.
she's abroad every fucking
Yeah.
During the summer vacation, he's like,
I
does
can't
she
go
only
to
go
be
on
in Spain."
trips?
Yeah, she like only goes abroad. Yeah, it's awesome. One thing I really liked, speaking of visual gags, was all of like the text that would like come up. That
Oh
was,
yeah,
like,
I like that
it
too.
was like whoever won, whoever lost.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Like, whenever like they told it, like said something, there was like a bunch of context or like whatever. That's something I thought was really funny. But I want to bring attention to something that I really appreciated when watching this. Is I really liked how every episode was divided into 3 segments.
Yeah, like
Because
3 little
every
skits.
single one of those stories absolutely could not have filled a full episode.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
no way. And like I really like that the directors and the writers knew that, right? So like every episode being put into 3 sketches, like let them have enough like meat on the bone to like get as much out of the joke as they possibly could with moving on to the next segment. And I like how they all were like stitched together really well. So like for instance, when the episode when Kaguya was sick and they like you have the whole bed thing and whatever, that was like just like the little segment, and then in the next episode like it immediately picks up from where that left off. So like I really like how there's like that little like continuity and like how they like acknowledge that like, oh yeah, like this is not gonna be able to fill a full episode.
They're
So,
like little
let's just do,
vignettes.
like
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
vignettes.
Yeah.
little
I
skits or
assume
whatever.
that's probably based off of like the manga's
I was
probably
gonna
like
say,
12
I
to
wonder if the
15
manga-
pages or so.
I was gonna say, I wonder if the manga is just each chapter, and so that's the 3 chapters
Yeah.
of the episode.
So I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie to you guys. I looked up the manga after I read it, because I
After
wanted to
you
see
read
if
it?
they finally kissed or not. They do. And
Spoiler!
Major
Why would you
spoiler.
say that?
Bruh.
really?
Andrew,
Yeah.
how would we know? We didn't watch it or read ahead.
Are you fucking kidding me?
no, why would we?
They
we
could
all
go
said
the whole
go
time
ahead.
without kissing.
Yeah.
How would we know?
That's usually how anime
goes.
goes.
Anthony, Anthony, you know how many shows?
That's not even the ending.
You know how many shows don't get to that point till the show ends?
Oh, I didn't know.
Forever.
Literally,
Sailor
that's
Moon,
usually an ending thing.
in
Oh,
Sailor
sure
Moon.
could be.
Do you know how? Okay, so in Sailor Moon,
All right, well,
do you know
whoever-
how
you're
long?
editing this. You're gonna have to
You're
actually
kicked
put
off
a
the
spoiler
team!
out.
Get me outta
Even
here.
though this is entirely a spoiler, you're gonna have to put
I
a
think I'm
spoiler
gonna get
up for
another
that.
drink just because I'm sad now.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Anthony!
They barely hold hands in romance.
Okay,
animes.
Japanese romance is much different.
Is it?
Yeah, I guess so. Because if they're fucking kissing for the first time at the end of the show, it's a little different.
Yeah, that's the show though.
The whole point
Okay.
is it's supposed to lead up to it.
Which is the
To see
which-
how they
that
got
was the entire
there.
reason I had that rant about why I fucking hate like that how that works in every show because it's not till the very end of the story.
All right. Well, apparently it's not even the halfway point in the manga. So.
Well, it's not season 2.
Well, now
Apparently
you know
not.
what?
I'll tell you that.
How dare you, sir?
I'm sorry.
Now I need more.
How
out-
dare you?
Oh no, I was
How
getting up
dare
because now
you?
I
How
have.
dare you?
Let me load
I'm
over
a
you.
small boy.
Now I
That
need
is
more-
a big,
now
that
I-
is a gag
now
that will
I
only
need
work
more
in
output.
the
Do you want
fucking
another drink?
episode.
Thank you.
You sure?
Hey, if you only listen to us on Spotify, that was a gag. You'll only get on
Yeah,
YouTube,
we all
so go
just
check
stood
us
up
out
and
there.
screamed at Anthony.
I'm gonna go home.
Oh my god, yeah, knock the
Way to
camera
hit
over.
the camera.
Colin! You foolish mortal.
Nice.
Hi, we're back.
Anyway, let's. Just
I think
keep
we should
talking.
leave
I'm
that
gonna
in.
go home because I want to.
Leave
I
it
want to
all
go
in.
home because I want to die.
Good, please
yes.
die.
That's what you get for spoiling.
Oh, no, and now my mic.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
dip
what
your mic in the
retribution.
My mic is fucking
What
thing
the
off
fuck
table.
is happening?
No, look, we were having a very good intellectual conversation, but then Anthony had to ruin all of the
All right, I
mojo.
didn't know it was that big a spoiler. Jesus Christ.
I think this should probably be a good time for me to say I don't actually care.
Oh my god.
I care.
I
I
care.
also care.
Yeah, I care.
I assumed that they would
I
never
like
swap
asked
it.
permission to reveal about the dyed hair and piercings, and he's like, "Yeah, they fucking kiss." Like, just saying.
Yo,
it.
they
It's
just
like-
fucking bang, dude.
Yeah, you asked permission for a spoiler on a secondary
to spoil that
character.
too?
I know.
Which,
So,
by the way,
anyways.
how adorable when they you might still be muted.
Yeah, unmute me, please.
No.
Thank you.
How adorable it is when like that following episode when she was sick and she's like he didn't fucking do anything, but also if he did do something, and then he's like I lied. I did do something. He's like, what was it? I fucking like
I
touched
touched
your
your
lips.
No, he
Yeah.
touched her lips.
Touched
And
your
then, so then
lips.
he's like, I'm so sorry that she does the same thing.
Yeah.
And she's like,
Adorable.
now we're even.
Yeah, sure are.
And
And, then
he's-
there's like it cuts to like random bystander like just looking at him.
And she's
Great.
like,
If that is not like the most wholesome shit you ever
Oh,
heard,
it's delightful.
it's like
It's
I
delightful.
have to confess,
Oh my
I
god.
did touch your lip.
well, he's like, no, didn't he just say I have to confess I did touch you?
And she's
And
like,
then she's
yeah,
like, oh
yeah.
my god,
No, I
wait.
think he
Yeah.
said I did do something or something
Yeah,
like
and
that.
then he's
Yeah.
like, I touched your lip.
Yeah.
God, that shit was so fucking
Oh my
adorable.
God.
That entire episode when she's sick.
It's just
adorable.
okay,
adorable.
but you're not
Cute.
talking about the best part of that episode. When they're playing the game to see who goes to get Kaguya.
Oh,
Yeah.
So go
Yeah,
bring
yeah.
Kaguya
Chicken
her
cheese.
homework.
She keeps cheating.
He's like,
and
I just want to see
Chica-
her. She's so
Ishi-
cute.
Ishigami-
I
when
love
he-
her so
Okay, bro, I got a
Ishigami's
problem with
you
that
got
shit.
caught cheating twice.
I got a problem with
Absolute
that.
idiot.
I got a problem with that episode because she was the one who volunteered to go first, and they were both okay with it. Ishigami and Miyuki were like, "Fine, that's okay." And then like she was like, "Wait a minute, now we gotta play a game to decide who goes."
I didn't even
I'm like,
realize
"What do
Because
you
they
want?"
found
I'm like,
out
why?
that she's adorable, and the president's like,
No, because she said she's
I
adorable
have
and she's
to
sick. And
I
then
know,
Yeah.
but like
no, 'cause
you
then the
already
president-
had the solution
No, 'cause
right
then-
there.
because then the president said, I want to do it, and then that's when she was like, all right, let's do a game.
But, like what?
we
Yeah,
gotta
no.
fight for her
I
honor.
know there was probably no
No,
better
that
gag.
was the one. That was
No,
the
there-
moment that felt the least organic. in my
Really,
opinion.
I like that episode.
There was
though.
I
no
like that
gag,
episode.
I think, in that show
was a great
that was
episode,
better
yeah.
to me than when Chica gets caught lying, and there's just the text of her parents are politicians.
Oh
Yeah,
wait,
yeah.
you know what I love? The one where
I'm
they're
sweating.
playing the like guess the
I'm
word
sweating.
on their
Yeah.
forehead.
Yeah.
With
Oh yeah.
Chica just outsmarts
this
she
out.
both of
no,
them.
they're both just like, okay, Chica's not my problem in this competition. I just need to focus on the other person. That's the only person I need to worry about. I can easily get
Yeah, 'cause
Chica out.
She switches
She
up her
fucking
cadence,
bodies
starts
the
rapping.
both of them.
And
so
she
bad.
just demolishes them, and they're both just like surprise
me?
Pikachu face.
Which I fucking love.
It's
Chica,
so
dude.
good. It's so good.
Oh god, I love her so much.
I love
Just
it.
the greatest. And then like God, like because the fact that she like the that's her skill.
Yeah.
is like being able to just kind of like outsmart people in that specific kind of like instance.
She's so dumb that she's smart.
Oh,
Right.
speaking of like that stuff, like when she's the love detective, she's got the little hat
They
on.
do more of that in season 2. It's fucking
She's like,
adorable.
Oh,
That's not a
She's like,
spoiler.
That's
like-
not the spoiler we care about.
they're like, why are you out of breath? And she was like, I had to go run to the theater department to get this hat.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
She's like,
yeah.
I needed the hat.
I needed the hat to complete the transformation.
So many good running bits. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, like just running
Like,
gags in that
just
show.
the fact of like the couple that they like get together and whatnot, and they're just spouting like random nonsense that
Yeah.
they think makes sense, and then
No.
the other person's usually listening and being like, "Oh, I can learn something from this." And it's like the worst fucking advice ever, but it happens to work out.
When Miyuki's giving the advice and he's just like, you must have lots of experience with girls. He's like, yes, I've been on many
Yeah,
dates.
I've
And then
been
they're just like,
around.
he's a virgin.
Yeah.
Just very
She's the
aggressively,
biggest
he's
turbo
still
virgin
a
on the planet. It's
virgin.
So great.
And it's like, oh.
I don't know why, but when that episode was happening, like with the guy asking Miyuki the advice, all I could think of was that episode in Avatar where Aang is like, Sokka, how do I get a girl? And he's like, I know how to get girls. Sokka, complete virgin. This is before he even meets Suki.
Yeah, he gets with like the most.
No, he
but this is
he got the
before-
moon. He got the moon.
But
He
this
did
is
get the
before
moon.
he meets Suki. So this is like
yeah, but he got
pre-girls.
He got UA.
Sokka pulled
that
in
was
that
also
show, dude.
before
Sokka
UA.
did
He
pull.
meets
Sokka
Suki
pulled.
first and then UA.
Oh shit!
He
And
did.
then back
Yeah.
to Suki.
He asks. him
Yeah,
that
but
in, like,
that's
the
what made
first
him a
5 episodes?
douchebag because
Yeah,
he
basically.
didn't meet her first.
But he
And then
did.
was
He
just
was
like-
not committed to her. Come on.
Yes,
he met
correct.
He met a
Yes,
girl
yeah,
on an
like,
island.
correct.
He's
He
not
thought
sure
that
he's
they
ever
weren't
gonna meet
gonna
her
see each
again.
other.
No,
again,
I
like-
know, but like still.
But
And
as
then
I
just
was
went right
saying,
back.
Suki was the right choice. Like, you know what? Good thing that
I don't
bitch
know.
turned into
The other
moon.
one. The other one was a princess.
yeah.
Good thing
Yeah.
that
She had
bitch
a
turned
whole-
into the moon.
She had a whole
Cool.
tribe
Oh
that
my
she controlled.
God.
She had a
really
little
did.
tribe.
But
She
as
did
I was
nothing.
saying,
Yeah,
but
She was a
fucking
perfect
moon,
angel
dude.
the entire
Also, like
time.
compare the
You're like,
southern water
fuck
tribe
that
to the
bitch.
northern
better.
water tribe.
Suki's the warrior, right?
Suki's a
Yeah.
warrior.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
She's
Yeah.
Kyoshi.
Suki's
Yeah.
great.
Like,
Best
fuck-
girl.
Yeah.
but
dare I
as
say.
I was saying,
No, that's not tough. You got a comment?
No, it's not Ty Lee.
No, Tylee's not best
It's
girl.
not Mai.
what?
It's not
It's
Mai.
Suki or
It's
Ty
Suki.
Lee. It's Suki
No,
or Ty
Mai
Lee.
is definitely best girl. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I
Mai?
think
No,
I
because
think
Mai,
it's probably
Mai's
Mai,
one
yeah.
of
No.
the Mai is one of the
That
most.
No.
wet blanket?
How
How
Mai
dare
is one
you?
of the most boring
Yeah, I
versions
agree.
of the female goth chick.
How
Yeah.
dare you?
No,
No,
Mai's
she is
great.
not. She's
I-
the
No,
best.
Mai
She's
is
not
great,
best
but
girl,
she's,
but
she's
No.
one of the lower tiers in terms
Yo,
of
hot
goth
take, hot
GFs.
take, hot take, hot
What?
take.
Wait, hold on,
I-
Anthony.
hold up,
Anthony,
hold
I'm
up.
so
Wait,
sorry. I'm
hold-
so
hold
sorry.
your hot take.
I
Please
have.
hold your hot take.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
You're
I'm
supposed to
sorry.
hold the
I'm
position.
Your
sorry.
mic's
Yeah,
coming
I
off
didn't want to
again.
do that
Hold the
anymore.
position.
I'm sorry. I need to defend Mai because even
Mai
as like
Valentine.
a secondary character, she has so much growth in the show.
I didn't say she didn't. I'm just saying out of like
I-
the
I
other
think
goth
she's boring.
GFs,
I would-
she's kind of
I
boring.
didn't like
compared-
her
she's not as good as like
relationship in
Raven
it, like-
or fucking wow, I'm spacing on every goth GF now.
Okay,
Gwen,
okay,
Gwen
Sam-
from Total Drama Island.
Sam-
from
Gwen-
Danny Phantom.
Sam from Danny Phantom.
Yes,
Yeah.
like
Gwen-
they're more interesting
Yeah.
than Mai is.
Sam is more interesting than
You're
Mai.
really
Yes.
Suck
saying
my
that
dick.
in my
Sam?
presence
What?
right
I don't
now?
remember. I don't
Sam
remember.
is!
Sam and the chick from Total Drama Island are more interesting than mine.
No, I do
Yes.
think
Gwen
Gwen
went
is
the
a
long
good
run.
big titty goth GF.
Gwen
I'm not gonna
went
lie.
the long run in that show, and she was definitely top tier.
Gwen, very
She-
good.
she-
No,
Gwen-
she
Gwen
kind of
def-
ruined
She starts-
her character.
she starts
like,
dating
They
later.
did.
Sure.
Later,
Yeah.
oh yeah, later
She
with
starts
that
dating
stuff with
the other
Duncan.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she steals it from
Yeah, but
Courtney.
No, no.
Courtney is like in love with him, and I wanted them to be together.
Yeah, Duncan and Courtney.
Wait, is
But
Courtney the
then-
blonde one or
No,
the
no,
brunette?
No,
The brunette.
The brunette that's a CIT
The-
at her day camp.
The prep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She like gets her head shaved at some point, doesn't she?
No, that's Heather.
Is that the blonde
That's
one?
Heather
Yeah.
with the long
The
hair.
evil
Yeah.
one.
Forever since I've
You're
watched
right.
any
Okay,
of
they're
that
on
show.
Total Drama Island facts.
No,
Come
but
on.
then they were like in
So wait, who
season
ends up
3, they were like,
together?
oh yeah,
Is it the
back in
goth and
season
goth?
1, these two
No.
made out.
No, they do get together, but then they
Briefly,
break up.
and
yeah.
then they break up.
lame.
Yeah.
Or
Wait,
I
does
guess
he
he's-
get back together with Courtney? No, he tries to. And
he
Courtney's
tries to,
like,
and Courtney's
"Fuck
like,
you."
I'm not
and then
into
Courtney
it anymore.
and Gwen are friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
That's
they
what
get
happens.
together.
They don't.
Oh.
If
And
only.
they
That
get
would have been a
together.
good plot twist.
Anyway,
That would have been a good plot
Kaguya.
twist.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could see it from
How
that
are we
show.
here?
Oh, sorry, your hot take?
How
Let
about
me hear his hot take.
Azula best girl?
No.
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 You're right.
Absolutely
I hated
not.
that coming out of my
Okay,
mouth too.
good.
Don't even
Absolutely
No,
not.
I
Amber.
Just do it to cause a little tension.
Ember is
Generally-
best
They sure
girl.
did.
generally I prefer for girls who don't try to weirdly threaten their brothers.
Yeah, that scene in like her bedroom where she's
Oh.
like,
Where she's very seductively
Have you
like
seen
there is
what's
there is
that
there
movie?
is
with
there may
Zuko
or may not
is
be
about to
that she's
leave
trying
her
to fuck
bedroom
her,
and is like,
like,
wait, this is
Wait,
my
I'm in
bedroom,
my
and,
own
then and then
fucking
goes
room.
back to her bed.
there may not be a lot of Rule 34 involving that scene.
Oh no!
okay,
You
I
wanna tell us how
saw.
you know that, Mike?
Wait, I saw.
I've lived on the internet for so long. Dude.
I didn't
Don't
see it.
even-
I
didn't see
saw
it.
on Tumblr.
I
I
sure
live
didn't
on the
see it
horny parts of
either.
the internet.
I
sometimes.
saw on Tumblr. This was like way back in the day. Somebody on Tumblr was like, whoever ships Sokka and Zuko is totally wrong. That's just disgusting. Zuko and Azula is the main ship. And I'm like, are you
Whoa!
fucking
So you're
kidding me?
homophobic and pro incest? These are 2 things I do not agree with.
Yeah. Got a lot of southern.
We should
Avatar The
probably
Last
get back
Airbender
to
fans.
Kaguya-sama.
What about Kaguya-sama?
Yeah.
He's-
Hey,
Yeah,
good thing
yeah.
about Kaguya-sama? No incest.
Yes!
Love to see it.
There's
Love
a
to
lot
see
of
it.
anime
Love to
that
see
have
it,
it.
boys. Let's
You know,
go.
Kay.
Give us that congratulations Evangelion meme.
Oh, I,
Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations.
look, no, I put that in the last episode.
saw that for,
I'm
like,
already
literally
worried
2
about getting
seconds.
copyright stricken for that.
Literally, because like in that episode, I was like, what the fuck was that flash on the screen? Went back and was like, oh, it's the thing.
Could you not see it?
Wait,
It
why
was
didn't
just
you
so
do?
fast.
Why
It's
didn't
5
you do
seconds.
the meme of the guy doing the congratulations?
Well, that would have been smart.
Oh,
Come
Tyrone.
on.
Big man
Sure.
Tyrone.
Sure.
Maybe.
Sure.
Right? Is that who it is? The
No
guy that
idea.
sits in front of the computer screen?
And just says congratulations.
King, Big man Tyrone. I
Yeah,
love him.
I love that guy.
I don't know what you guys are talking
Anyway,
about.
Pay him to say whatever. And
Oh.
he just says it. As long as it's not,
So is
racist,
it like-
homophobic, transphobic, or whatever.
Right.
Right.
Like,
So
he's a
those
good
are
man.
good rules. Good rules. Good
Fair,
rules.
fair, yeah,
fair
great,
rules.
great rule
I agree
set.
with them.
I'm
Awesome
fine
rule
with those
set.
rules.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway, Big man
As we
Tyrone.
were saying.
that there.
Shout out.
So, oh, dude, but is there? Okay, so I'm kind of curious. I guess if you guys don't want to know, then tell me. But like, is there more of the president's sister in season 2? Do you guys
Yes.
care
I
about
assume
that
there
answer?
must be.
Okay,
I
alright.
assume there must be as well.
I
I'm
well,
not saying what it is.
Right, but like,
she,
because she was only in
comes
like
back.
one episode.
She-
but
yeah.
like, is she in
Her
more than
presence
one
is so
episode
brief,
again?
But I like want to know.
Right, that's
more
what I'm saying.
about
Like, is
her.
it
Yeah.
still just another one episode, or is like she show up more?
No, she shows up more.
Okay, that was all I was curious about.
Yep.
Because I was very interested in seeing more of her character.
Yeah, she seems like she would be interesting, and like I don't know that if they make her like more of a more main character, but I do think
She
could.
shows up as much as that couple kind of does.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Because
okay.
Yeah.
I
okay.
think she could add like a very
She
interesting
does.
like
She really
piece
does.
of the equation for their relationship.
Yeah, no, she definitely does. She does.
Who
add
else
that.
is in that? Is it Chica's little sister?
She has
That's
an
in that
older
also-
sister and a
No,
little
she has
sister.
a couple. Like,
Right,
yeah,
but in that
sisters
episode when
in
the
it.
sister shows, when the president's sister shows up, there's a younger girl. It's Chica's younger sister, right?
Yes.
With the pink
Mhm.
hair, yeah,
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
And then in the like summer episode where they're at the beach, that's the older sister.
Right, because then
Yeah.
there's everyone in the fucking bathing suits, and it's like, hey, there's Chica who's fucking stacked, and then there's the
Yeah, it's
fucking
like, I heard
mom
you
who's
like
like
all of
fucking
this-
quadruple
Yeah,
stacked.
right. I heard you like all the side boob on the Western
Oh wait, I
Hemisphere.
thought that
No, I
was
think
the
that's her
older
sister.
sister. I thought that was
I
the
think
older
that's her other
Is
sister.
that her
sister.
mom?
No, I think it's her sister.
I
thought
thought
it
it
was
was the
her
older
sister.
sister too.
I
I
thought
know,
it was
because I
her
thought they got
sister.
back, and she's like, oh man, I can't wait to like go do something else, and then
And that's when she got ramen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I thought that was she was like, no, mom, I gotta go do something else. I thought she said
I didn't-
mom.
No,
Your
I don't
mom.
think she
I
did.
don't think so.
No.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
Oh, I thought
I'm not
I thought she
sure.
called that. I thought she addressed her as her mother then.
I'm not sure now. I'm
I
sorry.
don't
I think it's her
know.
sister.
I also thought it was.
I thought it was the sister too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Colin, will you look it up on
I'm
the
checking
Google
right now.
Internet machine over there?
That was not my.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Fujiwara Toyomi.
Okay.
Okay.
Go
You
anyway.
kidding?
Well,
Eldest sister. Eldest sister.
Really?
Yes!
Alright. I really thought it was mom.
To- I like this description. Toyomi is a girl that likes to wear revealing outfits.
Well,
Tell me
Wow.
more.
When
because
you're-
that
when you're
one
fucking-
thing,
What a
like,
when you're triple
she's in
double,
a bathing suit. Oh no.
when you're fucking like quadruple stacks, quadruple stacked, dude.
Quadruple
Like, why
stacked.
not? You know?
Thickums.
Yeah.
Thickums.
Big mommy milkers. If you
Wait, massive
Explain
badonkers.
Dimitrescu.
Dimitrescu.
Dimitrescu got
Dimitrescu,
with
thank you.
gabazools.
Dimitrescu, where are you?
it.
I love that
Crush me.
video.
Pick me up, vampire.
Oh god, but like, okay, so I thought that was the mom. So it's just 3 sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The use.
No
And then-
mom.
No, because then I remember like, because I
She's
thought,
dead.
Yeah.
Like in every other anime
dead.
show.
because I
No,
thought like,
she's not the main
She's in
character.
the
She can
ground
have
on Mount
parents.
You're
Osune
right.
or whatever.
Sorry.
because for a
Yeah,
s-
and they do
yeah.
mention them, and they're diplomats, so
they're
she
diplomats.
does.
Yeah, they
Right.
sure are.
Because for a bit when I thought it was her mom, there was like immediately following that, because it's the ramen episode,
Yeah.
is like the like businessman walking in the street alone. And they showed like another scene of that like earlier on too.
They
did when Chica was also talking. So then my brain was like, oh, that's her mom. That's just showing the dad being sad, walking to business as his wife and kids go off partying all the time or whatever. And I was like, this is a weird angle that this show's going. And then I was like, oh, it's just the ramen dude.
It's just
that
a
they
random
weirdly
guy.
showed up earlier in the show. Like
I don't think I noticed the first time he showed up.
they don't
Including
even
him.
mention
I
it.
did
It's like
notice.
a weird
No, I did
cutaway.
notice. You're right. I did notice that.
So that's
I
why I
didn't
was like,
notice that
oh, is
either.
that her dad just like businessman walking home?
No,
sad?
that-
Yeah.
look,
you
they-
guys,
Way home.
they
They'd be in
are
like a limo
they're
or some
a
shit,
Special,
not just like
they're a special
walking.
breed. You know, it's the ramen connoisseurs.
Oh, yeah.
And they
Yeah.
find themselves. They're magnetically
They find each
attracted.
other.
Did you guys notice as many references to like other media as much as I did?
There's a couple in there. Yeah.
Did you see like the Charlie Brown one?
No.
No.
There was like a Charlie
I'm
Brown
not
one
sure.
where like,
Not
Ishigami
that I
like
remember.
does like a does like a fuck up or whatever he does, and then like he walks away and it's like the Charlie Brown music as he's like got his hands in his pocket and it's like head down. He's like walking away down the street.
That's
Don't
really
know. I
cute.
It's
didn't
really
notice
funny.
that.
There's also a Twin Peaks reference too, which I really appreciate.
Never watched it.
Yeah, I
Um,
wouldn't
Wait,
know.
really?
Yeah, there's like a little music cue that
Wait,
sounds
isn't
exactly
Twin
like
Peaks
one
like
of the.
scary?
Well, sometimes.
Isn't it? I've never seen.
No,
Twin
it's
Peaks, but-
more it's the music cue. It's like there's like a music cue that sounds exactly like one of the music cues from the show.
Couldn't tell if there was supposed to be if it was supposed to be a Haikyuu reference when he's trying to hit the ball with his eyes closed.
Oh, I saw
don't know.
that too.
That's just such a minor thing, but I was just like, is that Haikyuu?
I also thought it was a Haikyuu reference, but then I was like, maybe not.
Oh, by the way,
Was
watch
there a
Hai-
JoJo
wa-
reference?
Watch Haikyuu.
Was there a JoJo reference?
I
There's an Evangelion
didn't
reference.
notice a JoJo reference. Where?
When what's his name? When the president is like sitting down, he like
Miyuki.
sits like Gendo,
Oh.
where he's like that, and like there's like the Rembrandt
Yeah,
lighting on his
okay.
face.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I do
It's
remember
really
that.
cool.
God.
Love that.
Yeah, just fucking.
And it's every fucking.
No,
movie.
there's a JoJo reference in his previous work, Instant Bullet.
Yeah,
There's
he
actually
couldn't do it again.
it was honestly one of the best references to something I've seen. And I was like, fuck, that was good. I don't like this story, but that was really good.
Dude, speaking of JoJo references, I absolutely love how Dark Souls is like just so unapologetic with all their JoJo's references.
Are they really?
Like to the point where like they name characters after shit in JoJo's.
Do they really? I've only played as much Dark Souls as we've played together.
Especially in the first Dark Souls. In the first Dark Souls, like every other thing is a JoJo's reference or a Berserk reference. It's
Love
great.
it. Oh yeah, I know
It's
how much is
phenomenal.
taken
Well,
from
yeah,
Berserk.
but
I've been
Dark
reading.
Souls was very heavily influenced
I've been
by Berserk.
taking.
Yeah.
I've been reading Berserk recently, and it is like, oh, I see how the Dark Souls came from. Also, Dark Souls is literally one of the first 10 chapters. They say Dark Souls.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I want to read Berserk.
You ever,
really
have you
bad.
ever
Very
listened
worth
to the
it.
band?
Yeah.
Have you ever listened to the band "The World Is a Beautiful Place" and I'm no longer afraid to Die?
Yeah.
They just announced a new album the other day called "Illusory Walls." So that's like a
Cool.
Dark Souls reference, and the lead single off of that is invading the world of the guilty as a spirit of white or whatever.
Okay.
Which is like
yeah.
the quote that comes up when you do that in the game.
Oh, that
which
sounds
is
so
like
cool.
awesome. And I'm like,
Oh.
but there's literally a character in Dark Souls called Black Iron Knight or Black Knight Tarkus. Like from
Yeah.
like the first arc of JoJo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot.
So
about
there's
that
like
guy.
so many JoJo's references.
I don't remember
That's
like
awesome.
anything
You
from
just
part
said
one. except
so
for-
many things that just.
You
Dark
watched.
I don't
You
know.
watched part
I
one
was
too.
tuning
you
out.
watched
I was
part
not-
one?
No,
Have
no,
you
I'm
ever watched
I'm
it?
listening
I
to him
know.
talk about
No?
Dark Souls.
Oh,
I'm
Dark
like,
Souls. Yeah.
Well, like you know in
Oh,
part
that was
one
me
when,
until recently.
You know in part one when Jonathan fights like the two undead knights.
yeah.
The Tarkus guy, like the short fat one.
Right.
He's
Oh.
a character. It's not him, but like there's a character in
picking
Dark
up
Souls
what
you're
named
putting
after him. So,
Yeah, Dark Souls was very
And he looks like him.
influenced by
That's a video
stuff.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
like the most unforgiving video game out there.
It's a hard one.
Like,
I
if you die, you have to start over.
no,
Well,
not,
you
not
lose
that
all your
unforgiving.
To an
stuff.
To an
Yeah.
extent. To an extent.
It doesn't really tell you how to play it.
Not one bit.
I
There's
made
no
I made
tutorial.
no.
There's
No,
a very,
but honestly,
there's a
I
very,
make a
There's
point.
a very
that
obtuse
I make
tutorial
an argument
where-
that like most games should just teach you how to play without giving you a straight up tutorial.
Well, Dark Souls does that.
Right? No, I
Yeah.
know. That's
So-
why like in old classic games used to do it. Like they would just slowly introduce different things to show you how to do it on your own. Like because most people when you pick up a game anyway, you're gonna fucking mash buttons to figure out what the fuck anything does anyway.
For sure.
Yeah, but I made the mistake of trying to play Dark Souls for the first time while not sober, and I was like, this will
Oh,
be fine.
horrific
And I did not realize that there are little, they're called blood echoes, which is a little message from other players usually that tells you how to actually attack and play the game. So I didn't know how to play the game, so
Well,
I'm just
so-
running through,
well, those
doing
are
like
the-
this really long, heavy attack to attack everything, and just getting killed every time. I couldn't get past the first
Yeah.
level. I was like, all right, this sucks. I'm done.
Like in the
And I-
first starting area, they'll like the developers will like leave little messages on the ground,
Yeah.
Little
being like,
clues.
"This is how you attack. This
It's-
is how you
yeah.
roll. This is how you dodge." And then once you get into the world, like as you explore the world and stuff like that, players can leave messages for you, like telling you, "Oh, there's like treasure around here," or like "There's a big strong enemy over there,"
Is this,
or like
Sometimes it's like,
online?
don't
you
go
kind
to
of.
the chest,
Yeah.
and it's like,
Not really.
I mean, you
It's a
can play
chest
with
right.
other people.
No, you can play.
play
No, there's
so
online.
Yeah, people can
I didn't
invade
know that
you.
at all.
Like
Yeah.
that's the only reason I really
Wait,
got
I
into
thought
the
that
game
was
a
four
couple
player.
months ago was
Then who
because
leaves
Dark
you a
Souls 1 got
message?
patched to have 4 players.
Oh no. So what happens is like you can leave a message wherever you want, and then it can show up in other people's games who are also connected to the
But
internet.
it's not like
Like
an it's not an
random?
MMO. Yeah.
No, it's not an MMO.
it's really
like-
no, it's a
so-
really
so
it's a
say
really
that-
cool
that guy-
system.
Earlier last year, Colin, me, Austin, and Eamon played Dark Souls 3 together. And like what you would do is you get this thing called a white sign soapstone.
Is that the one that has the fetus boss?
I don't think so.
Fetus boss.
That
Might
might
be
you might
Bloodborne.
yeah I was gonna say that might be.
That
Oh.
sounds like a
Bloodborne.
Bloodborne thing.
Yeah. Or
Um,
Sekiro.
I watched
same-
one of my
same-
friends
same game
do
style,
that,
though.
and it
Same
was-
game style.
Yeah, made by the same people.
Yeah,
Okay.
Same
Kieran
director, literally
Kieran
everything.
fucking loves Sekiro. He
I
is
haven't played it yet.
obsessed
I have
with
it in my library. I gotta play
That
it.
man has played it on like every way possible.
Dude, Hidetaki Miyazaki is like one of the most like incredible directors, like artoirs like out there right now. Like he is a fucking genius. But anyway, you get this item called a white sign soapstone, and essentially what that does is you use the item.
You
and
can
it
bring other
writes-
people into your game.
Yeah, you can bring other people into your game. Like so I put it down in my world. Colin is in that same location that I'm in, but in his world.
Neat.
And you click on it, and then I get
Is
summoned
it,
into
is
his
it a
world.
lot less obtuse
Oh.
in the sequels? Because it's fucking annoying
No.
as hell in the first
No,
game.
No, it's still pretty
arguably more
obtuse.
It's so obtuse.
Because then you can get two
Arguably
people into
more.
your game,
Yeah.
and you can get a fourth in. But to do a fourth, you have to use another item.
you have to
Dude,
use
in the,
But
in
then
the
when-
first game,
but
that
when you
angle be
use
like
that
this.
item-
In the second and third game, that angle just be fucking
No,
flat.
the second. No, but here's the thing. In the second one, it's like this because like they streamlined it a lot, and it sucks.
that shit got
But the
acute.
third one, then it was like imagine my hand bending backward. Like it's so fucking.
They went from
difficult.
obtuse to acute to fucking
But
backwards.
But then you play Bloodborne, and the thing, this isn't even there. Like it's just
No,
gone.
but
dude.
the
Like,
best part is like you can get 2 players in your game easy, but we're playing with 4, so you have to
Yeah.
use another item to get the 4th player in. And when you do that, then people can enter your game as aggressor kind of attackers. So we kept getting attacked by random people who were very good at the game and very much higher level than us, and very much
Sure
just
were.
one-shotting us. So we're like, oh god, he's coming! Oh god, try to get him in the corner. Attack! Oh god, okay, Austin's down. Okay,
The
let's keep
amount
going.
of
Okay, we'll go. Okay, Eamon's down. I'm gonna just like swing. I'm gonna slow swing, and I'm gonna. Oh god, okay, no, I'm down.
the amount of
I've
times
lost all
it
my
was
souls,
a
guys.
4v1 and we lost is like.
Pour one
you
out.
can't
but
count
into my
like
mouth.
countless times.
But
like,
into my mouth.
Anyway,
oh my
Well,
god, love Dark Souls. Got so much
ouch.
time for that series.
we're tangent heavy.
Wait, have you
We
guys
are.
played
Fine.
Code Vein?
No,
No.
it looks good though.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
wanted
the,
to
is
get
that the
to.
one
I
that
was
has VR?
No,
No.
mean maybe they do, but that's like the one that's like a Souls type game,
Yeah.
but like anime. So I was
Yeah,
just
but like anime.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I was
no,
just
it's
wondering
anime.
if you played that
Yeah.
because I was looking into that. I was gonna get it at the summer sale, but the summer sale when I looked it up because I was having problems with my PC, like it just my Ethernet cable wasn't working. I thought it was the
Okay.
cable, but anyways, doesn't matter. So. The summer sale was going on, and I looked up when it ended because I was like, I gotta fucking make sure I buy all the shit I, put in here, everything for stream, whatever. And I saw the date that it said, and then when I went on, and that date, I'm like, okay, last day, it was fucking over.
No, that's the date. It's over.
Yeah.
But why do they do it like that? Usually they say the last day.
No, that's like that's like
Because it
as
was like
ends. That's-
$15, and it's usually like normal price. And so I was like, oh, sick, like I'm getting it. And then I was so upset.
On the
So I
plus
didn't
side,
get it.
Steam has sales all the
I
time.
know. Well, I'm
yeah.
just gonna wait, but that one's the best sale. So
I don't know if you have Xbox Games Pass, but it's on there.
No.
So
Xbox
there.
Game Pass
Oh,
is great though.
Well,
Well,
that doesn't help
just
me.
get Counter Strike and play with us on Saturday when we do our drunk
please
stream.
don't. Like, that's a miserable experience.
No, we're trying to be miserable.
We're getting very drunk and playing Counter Strike. Hey everybody, if you want to join
It's
in,
gonna be way too late.
This is gonna be like 4
It's
weeks
gonna be 4
late.
weeks out.
Oh fuck yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Never
Hey
mind.
everybody, if you want to watch a VOD of
Yeah,
us
watch a VOD.
exactly. Are
getting
you
drunk
gonna put it on
and
your
playing
YouTube channel
Counter Strike.
It's I'm streaming on YouTube.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
yeah, it'll be up there.
there you go.
automatically,
You
yeah.
can watch it.
Go to his
Yeah.
YouTube
Go to
channel.
his
and
Yeah.
watch
channel
it.
4 weeks from now, where we'll be pissed drunk and playing Counter Strike.
No, it'll be out by then.
It'll be
just
out.
be
Oh,
out. Yeah.
It'll be out by then. It'll be 4 weeks old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the
But it'll
VOD,
be
the VOD
there.
uploads.
Yeah.
immediately.
I
be
want to
there.
see how long it takes us to just switch to Siege because I know I'm
Dude,
gonna
the
get so
last
pissed off
time-
and just go want to play Siege.
The last time I streamed and we all did a drunk stream, it was a mess.
We played Rainbow Six Siege and the rule
Yeah.
was if you die you take a shot.
Was I there for that one?
Oh.
No.
I don't think you were there.
I thought I
And
was there
like
for one
you
live
on
stream.
average die 3 to 4 times a match and a match is 20 to
rough.
25 minutes.
It was real rough.
Wait, so
Were you guys
I'm-
vomiting?
I didn't
almost
die
was.
the first match, and I was riding that
I
high.
took-
Everyone else was miserable, and I was like, "Guys, this is great." And
Do you
then
remember when we
and then
quit?
Oh my god.
Wait, after I
thought
took
was
my
there 'cause
10th
Alex was
shot.
taking shots for me.
Alex was taking shots.
So
for
was he
you.
taking
was
double?
that you?
I
Were.
was
they
there.
there? Oh, yeah, you
Was
were.
he
Okay.
taking double?
At one point, for like a little bit, I think he was doing double.
Yeah.
You guys
Well,
were
it's
doing
Alex.
full shots, like real shots.
Yeah,
Every time we died, I was at
after a
10
certain
or 11
point,
shots.
I think
Were
we-
you
we
drinking something
slowed.
less than like
I
right
had
now?
was
So
Jack
like
I was
a-
Daniels
drinking
honey
vodka.
whiskey.
Wait, I'm
my
I'm
God.
really bad at video games.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
you'd
We know
die.
this.
You like in real life, not
Yeah,
in the
you would
game.
die
Like
in
you'll
real life.
die in the game, of course.
You'll die
but,
all
like,
the
after
time.
And then in
ended-
real life,
After the stream ended, I was like, I'm fucking done. We all had our cameras on. I just like laid on my bed.
You were just laying on your bed
Just
for like
laid on my
30
bed.
minutes. I was
"Argh!"
like, should we worry about him?
oh, did you have? Your,
But he
the
moved.
camera
He
was on?
moved, so it was
Camera
okay.
I'm like laying on my bed, and they're like,
No, it's just like
"Ant,
it's
you
just
alright,
like
dude?"
it's just like here's his desk, and then in the background is his bed, and he's just at the foot of his bed, like. And I was like, Ant?
I'm like,
And he's like, ah. I'm like, he's good.
He's fine. He's
If
fine.
my
y'all
God.
teach
Drink some
me
water,
to,
bud.
If y'all teach me to play, I'll play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm down for death.
You don't have a
I
computer.
guess-
You
well, I
gotta
guess
get a
I gotta
computer to
be
play
in
on.
too
Or you
then.
can come over. You can hang
I
out.
have no
Play on a
choice.
Yo,
computer?
well, dude,
Yeah.
it'll be like when we first started playing. It was that picture that Alex made of the 3 splinters. It was me, Eamon, and you as Splinter, and Colin and Alex as the fucking turtles. It's gonna be the exact same thing with the 2 of them. You know, it's gonna be like the 3 of us being like, "Don't worry, we got you."
Yeah, me
Oh,
and
this would be
Alex
great.
just went into that game not knowing what the fuck to do, and you guys had been playing for a while, and we were like, okay, please tell me literally everything what I need to do right now.
My
if
favorite
if we
memory-
could find that
No,
little thing that Alex
my
made, we'll put it
absolute
here.
favorite memory of us playing Siege together, all 5 of us, is so.
Me putting my
there's-
shotgun in
there-
your back 3
I was
times.
just about to tell the story. So there's 2 phases of like a round or like a match in Siege where there's attackers and defenders, and it's pretty self-explanatory. So our team was on defenders, and so we're playing, and you had a shotgun on.
Yep.
So like I'm reinforced, so you can do this thing where like around the map, like the entire map is destructible, so you have to like reinforce it, so like it doesn't get destroyed and stuff. So I'm reinforcing a wall, and all of a sudden I just fucking die. And like and the round didn't even start yet, and I'm like, what happened? And I look on the replay, and Colin is walking into the room, like you see in his first-person camera. He's walking into the room, turns, he's like, oh shit, and shoots me right in the back.
There
of the
was a
fucking head.
drone. So
He's
the
like, I
attack,
thought you were a guy.
the attackers have little drones that they kind of like drive around, and they are like, oh, this is where you are, and they see who's playing, and they see what the location that you're defending is.
Yeah.
So I was trying to destroy that drone with my shotgun, and I put it into Anthony's back.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure
did.
Colin
Ow.
also killed me at one point.
Once or twice.
Like,
Ow.
I mean, I would have to say my best moment was just the fucking ace I got that you
I have it on-
recorded.
I have
the
it
fact
on-
that you
I have
recorded it,
recorded.
because like it was an immediate like the round started, and everyone just died immediately.
Yeah.
Like it was just like, all right, I'm the only one. All right, well, I was like, fuck it, just go in hard. Fucking burst to the door, turn, see a person, shoot him, and I got him. I fucking headshot her. I was like. And so I'm going. I'm like, all right, keep going, keep going. Dude drops down. I shoot him in the head immediately. Literally, I think I got 3 headshots out of the. I walk into another room, shoot that guy. I'm like, oh my god, 2 of them left because they were so mad. They left the game, and then there was fucking 2
Wait, so
people left.
they don't have it that oh well, you guys are probably don't. Do they have comp in it?
Yeah, they have comp.
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
none of
yeah,
us
yeah.
play.
No,
because
we don't know.
It's
I was
sweaty.
gonna ask, I was
no,
just
no,
because
no.
you get
It
don't
is
you get
sweaty as
docked
fuck.
That's a
if
Yeah.
fetid cesspool
you
of
get
human
docked
garbage.
if you
that's
leave.
the
one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But no, we don't do comp.
No,
We
it's
only
like,
play
it's like
casual.
League of Legends ranked. It's like a fetid
Oh,
cesspool.
It's
Yeah,
awful.
they also
Oh.
have a mode called unranked, which is like effectively like the ranked mode, but just like not
It doesn't
as.
matter.
But
it
it's
doesn't
also
matter.
still sweaty.
It's
yeah.
still so sweaty. We
People
played
are
it one
sweaty in
time.
Ash
We played it
Ketchum,
one
like-
time, and we got like so upset. We were like, okay, we're not gonna do this.
But like,
anymore.
dude, it was
I
incredible.
Holy crap.
I'm
I
so
still want
glad
to do.
that got
I still want to
captured.
do
Wait a
like
minute.
drunk comp.
Dude, if we switch to Siege on Saturday, we got to do drunk ranked.
That's
We've
what
been
I want.
talking about
I
doing
want to
drunk
do
ranked
that. I want to
forever.
do it. Eamon refuses.
But I
No,
can't
I will-
play,
I refuse.
I can't play ranked if I don't know how to play the game.
Well,
in
yeah,
the
you
first
have
Well,
to
you
be a
got the
certain
game
level
too,
anyway.
yeah.
you have to be a certain level. You have to
But
be
like,
level
oh,
30 or
dude,
whatever.
also that
Yes.
time when I was playing
Are
as
we
captain.
gonna talk about Kaguya?
Oh yeah, we
Oh,
got
yeah,
10
okay.
minutes
Oh,
left.
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
go
yeah,
back.
let's
Yeah,
bring
yeah.
back
All right,
Kaguya.
so
We got 10 minutes.
Y'all were
We're
going
fine.
so deep into this conversation.
Look,
I was
guys,
just
look,
like,
live
oh,
studio
yeah.
audience.
I don't know.
think you've pretty
I've never
much
played
put
the
I
game,
don't
but
together
I
know.
know
I
the
don't.
game.
I only have so many good words to say about
Yeah.
Kaguya, other than just watch it. It's amazing.
Watch
Yeah.
season 2 also. Watch
Yes.
Oh, I'm so excited to
Yeah,
watch
we're
season
all
I
two.
need
probably
to
gonna
watch
end up
season
watching
two.
season 2
I'm
pretty
probably
soon.
gonna
just
watch it
talking about
tonight, if I'm being
ourselves.
honest.
Yeah.
We can talk about it on a different episode that's not.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
we
a
can.
tangent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But especially because I'm about to finish like a couple of those shows too. So next week probably we'll have a
What'd you
good amount
rate
to
it?
talk about. Well, we weren't getting there yet. We still got like 10 minutes.
I thought we were
9
getting
minutes.
there.
It's gonna
Yeah.
take 10 minutes to
All
rate
right,
it.
fine,
Let's be
all
real
right,
here.
All right. So Kaguya-sama overall, I think fucking is just great at its comedic like timing.
Very good
it's,
timing.
It's animation to like sell the jokes. It's character writing. Like everything is so strong in that show. And like I said before, the only thing that like keeps me from the only thing that didn't make it a 10 for me was the last 2 episodes where I was like, I still really loved them, but I was like, okay, it's getting to me a little bit that you guys could just fucking say something to each other and fix
I thought
this.
those episodes were so cute.
No, I still really liked them. It was just that like little aspect that just kind of started getting to me a little bit. I think maybe it was because I watched so many in succession. I don't know, but like, so when I was watching, I was like, all right, this is fucking great, laughing the entire time. But I think I gave it a 9 just because I was like, I hit that point.
Fatigue.
Yeah, where I was
almost?
like, the fact that I hit it means it can't be a 10 out of 10 for me.
Right.
But like, it's so close. It's
Gotcha.
just because I hit that point, I was like,
If you could do a 0.5, would it be a 9.5?
probably, yeah.
Okay.
Would be.
Because it was just the fact that it was like the last 2 episodes,
Mm.
and it was like it was right there. But like I didn't get that. This show was fucking great for me, so it's like that 10 out of 10. Like I cherish the 10 out of 10 spot. Like for me, like I give like everything fucking 7 and 8s, but like that 10 spot is very specific. Like
Coveted.
it has to be perfect to me.
Right.
Like it might not be the perfect show, but it is perfect to me, and so I was like, it's just short.
Yeah.
Because I only have like fucking like 10 anime in that top 10.
Dude, let me check that.
It might be. Yeah.
Let me.
Oh,
fact
wait, no,
check
I
it.
would-
I've got your
No,
computer,
actually,
so I
it's-
can.
Yeah, it's actually. I think it's a bit more because I added the Studio Ghibli movies, so I think it's over that now.
Ooh,
Oh,
good
okay.
choice.
But until I added the movies, I think it was like 10 or 11.
Neat.
Because Anthony, the show you told me to watch, what made it, I think, the 10th show. That was 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm not gonna include movies here. Oh, these are a bunch of movies. Okay. Well,
Yeah, the movies push it over. I think it's like 10 or 11. But yeah, like giving a show 10 out of 10 to me is like a big deal.
Yeah. Same.
So, it was just shy enough to not get it for me. So 9 out of 10 for me. Incredible. Like definitely, you should watch it. It's super fun.
Oh yeah, you've got what is this one?
Sage.
Yeah, just
I-
a handful.
I think 9 out of 10 for me only because I didn't watch season 2 and I want to see like the continuation of it.
Do you hold the seasons as a lowering the rank?
Not really, but I really was hoping that this season you would get like a little bit more development
Oh, okay.
in like at least
Instead of like more gags, like a little
no,
more
not even
development?
that. Like I was really here for the gags, but I was kind of hoping you would at least get like a little like handhold action.
Too early.
Yeah.
It's way,
Way
too
too early.
soon.
Way
This
too
show
early.
takes its time.
Yeah.
No, I was hoping
kids are
because
He
I
touched her
awkward.
lips. She touched his.
Yeah, just-
That wasn't
Yeah.
enough for
Did
you.
you see her touch his lips?
Yeah, because like
Do you
well,
know,
'cause,
like-
the way you worded it, like I was thinking you were like because of season 2, it's a 9 out
Oh
of
no
10.
no! Like I wasn't expecting them to be in like a full-on relationship at the end of this season.
Yeah, because
but
no
I
show does that.
correct. But I was also thinking that like with how like the pacing was going, it was gonna kind of like speed up the process a little bit, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
And then when it didn't, I wasn't disappointed by it, but it just didn't feel like, I guess in my mind, because I felt like that's where they were going with it, and then it didn't happen, I was just like, Oh, okay. Like that's fine. Like it wasn't a problem for me, but that I think is like what made it a 9 instead of a 10 for me.
If you do want a really great show where like it starts with like the people getting together, like that's how it starts. Tanakawa Over the Moon.
That's the wedding. Like they're married, right?
It's fucking adorable, and I love it so much. And it's just them being like a couple, but like also not knowing how to be a couple at all. But they're married. And it's just like, but like it's so cute. I fucking love it. Apparently, there's like a season 2 coming, and I'm so hyped about it.
Neato.
Anyway,
But yeah, I think definitely solid 9 out of 10 for me.
By the way, Mike, you have 11 tens.
Oh.
okay, I was
TV
right.
shows.
I said 10 or 11. All right, yeah.
So I gave it a 10. I gave both seasons a 10. I really, really enjoyed it. I just think that the whole thing was really hilarious, and again, I liked all of the characters. There's usually a lot of characters that I kind of dislike. I have a thing where I usually dislike a lot of main characters.
But I think it's such a small cast that it's hard to dislike them.
No.
It's so
okay.
it's so
Yeah,
easy
I was
to
like,
hate.
okay,
and
there are no bounds of my disliking.
Okay.
it's so easy to hate like most characters, even if it's
Yeah.
a small amount of people.
Okay.
I thought that it was all like really good. I didn't expect to like it like this much. Like I expected it to be kind of like, oh, this is fun, like everything like that. I didn't expect to like it this much. I really want you guys to watch season 2, and that's why I was trying to be like, hey, how about everybody just watches season 2 so we can talk about it? Because this whole time I've been like thinking, I'm just like, is that season 2? And I'm like, shit, I think that is season 2. I feel like season 2 really has like a lot more, but anyways, we did watch that, so it doesn't matter. So season 1, I also gave a 10 though. I just thought it was so good. It didn't bother me like at the end about how you were talking about like that it, you know, they could just talk and like fix it, because I knew that that's not what the show's like about. So it didn't bother me at all. I know you have this deep rooted hatred for that kind of stuff. We talked about that on an earlier episode.
I think it's a props to the show that it didn't bother me, and like till that point, and even at that point, it was very slow.
No, yeah, I get what you're saying
the
about
concept really
right.
strong.
Like I think that really sells the show, at least for me.
Because
that it kept me that long.
That's the whole point of it. I feel like that's why it's not annoying, because
I think the comedy is what makes it not the worst.
yeah,
Right.
because they're going to such lengths that
Right.
like normally, you know, wouldn't happen, like, you know, spending money to like set things up and
Well,
literally all
I think it was,
those
like,
different
partially
things.
what pushed it to that point was the fact that it had that like factory reset ending kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was where where I was like slightly feeling it, and then that happened, and I was like,
Yeah.
because it felt like the progress was like kind of just lost.
Yeah, I get that.
That was like the thing that kind of like pushed it into the okay, now it slightly bothered me, but again, it held me the entire time, and that's only barely. Like, I mean, in terms of like me feeling that,
Mhm.
so I think that's no real point against it in terms of like, I think it says a lot for it in my personal takes on romance related shit in anime.
Yeah, I also haven't seen that many like romance anime, which obviously you've seen a lot, so hence this deep rooted hatred that you have. So like that didn't bother me, but I just thought that it was so great in every single way. What else? That's kind of it.
I'm also gonna give it 10. I loved this show deeply. I thought it was absolutely fantastic, near flawless. I love the characters. I adored the writing. The animation was great. All of the characters were fantastic. I really got to commend the show for like taking a concept and really running with it, and like never making it boring and always keeping it interesting. I love its authenticity. I love how true to like the subject matter it is, because it's very niche, I think, like in terms of just like being able to write this, because like the concept alone I think is a very difficult concept to write, where like taking like one thing that's like Mike said is like kind of derided in anime, where like people are just like they can just like talk and just
Right.
solve all their problems, and like making it the focal point of the show is like a super difficult thing to do, in my opinion. I think, at least. I know I personally couldn't do it, but props to this guy for making it work for an entire season, and apparently season 2 and 3.
I do have an interesting question, because you're kind of new to
Sure,
anime.
let me hear it.
Would you pick this show as a new to anime, you should watch this kind of show?
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah, because you're kind of new. Would you be like, this is a
I
good
felt like
starter?
it was easy enough to understand,
Yeah, like you'd
to
say it's a
where-
good starter
because
show?
like I'm not
Should
like
have recommended to other. Oh, I did recommend to other Mike today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because our friend other Mike, I'm gonna call him, was asking for otaku
Yeah, I
recommendations.
Gave him a shit. I got him a
You
gave
gave him a
short
bunch.
list.
I was like,
I
if
gave
you
him
want,
5.
What'd you give him?
give him-
I don't think you've watched any of them.
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
No,
What
okay,
are the starter
I gave
ones?
him.
I don't think I was given any starter animes.
Trigun, Carol and Tuesday, Psycho Pass. I didn't give him Cowboy Bebop because I just kind of assumed he'd seen it, or at least been told to watch it.
What
At
they
some
say about
point.
assuming.
I have a nice ass.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Death Parade.
Interesting
Yeah,
that you would say
around there.
Death Parade
Anyways.
is like a good starter.
It's my 10 out of 10.
He's
No,
got
I
that
think
at
it's a
10.
great anime, but like a
Well,
starter anime.
No, I mean,
He just asked for stuff because he's been
I asked him
watching My
prior
Hero
to giving him
Academia.
the list. I was like, "Do you have any genres or what you're
Oh,
looking for?" And
okay.
he just goes, "Just give me whatever you think is
Oh, okay.
good."
Yeah, so
So
I,
Because that's what I
I-
was wondering. Because you asked him about a starter anime,
'Cause
so I thought
I
that's what
just
your
gave
list
him
was.
what I viewed as my 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
So
Oh,
I gave him
I
like Gurren
threw,
Lagann, Spice and Wolf. Like Spice and Wolf, not an intro anime, but like he's a big storyteller fan, and like so that show is big on world building and story. So like that's why I recommended it.
Gotcha.
I threw him. I was like, for plot, Code Geass. For fun, for laughs, Devil's a part-timer and Kaguya-sama.
Oh yeah, I gave him Devil's Part Timer.
I saw you also gave him Devil's a part-timer, so I'm really hoping he watches that
Yeah,
one.
I gave him a like wide like a variety of shows to be like these are all very different from each other, and the longest one is 26 episodes. So like you're gonna get something very different from all of them and find something that you might be like, this is what I really like. What's more I can get like that?
Gotcha.
Was how I went about it.
I finished
But
my rating.
yeah. So
Sorry,
I'm
Ant.
sorry.
Please finish your rating.
wait. So
Um,
real quick, what did you say? Did you think would you
So,
recommend it as a
So
starter?
here's the thing: as someone who doesn't really know how or I guess is not as familiar with like how Japanese romance works in
The context of
relation to
anime.
not in like the
Or-
context of anime, but just like in really because I know like Japanese intimacy is like I think a lot different than like American intimacy.
Yeah, there's like
Because
a whole lot of
because like
steps.
saying I love you is like super. Because isn't like holding hands or like hugging like super. Like,
there's a word
considered
that,
like a
yeah.
huge like emotional leap.
The word that is like
In
the
anime, they
word
show that, yeah.
the word
Right.
for like I love you is like not something you say unless it like
Yeah.
you're like married to that
Because
person.
like
Even
because
still,
that like that moment in your name when he like writes it on her hand, like that's like a huge fucking moment apparently.
Yeah.
But like
It's a
because
big
we
deal to
throw
say
around
it.
I love you, I love you, I love you all the time. You know what I mean? Like
right.
and like we hug and we like do like hold hands all the time. You
Yeah,
know
it's,
what I mean?
it's
But like I
reserved.
feel like at least from what I've seen in like Japanese media and like anime and stuff like that, like doing all of that is considered like a huge step forward.
right.
You know what I mean? So like, but I feel like this show stands alone enough, like just in terms of like great comedic writing, that I feel like it could be a pretty good entry point.
Okay.
Because like obviously like everybody knows like the whole like will they won't they and the whole like oh this could be solved without by just talking to each other.
Right.
Like everybody knows those tropes. You know what I mean? Like that's ever present in American media like all the fucking time.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like having having said that, like I feel like this would be like kind of a good starting anime, I guess, like for just like comedy or like
Right.
romance or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna give this a 10. I absolutely adored the show. This was fantastic.
I'm really excited you guys liked it this much. I mean, I think
Yeah.
I gave it a 9 personally. I mean, the comedy's honestly just perfect.
It's fantastic.
You're taking like the most awkward part of your life that everybody's gone through and just making it fucking hilarious and just pushing all those moments of oh my god I want to die too, like hey remember this but it's not you now kind of thing.
Right.
And just like the way the animation works with it is perfect. Again, like that one scene where Ishigami's digging his own grave, and it just slowly shows you why.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, it's a really good comedy.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
really good.
All right.
I'm really happy you guys liked it this much.
Yeah.
It was
I
a-
was
Great
there was-
choice.
There was
Great
definitely
Great choice.
there's definitely a couple I wanted to pick and wanted to show you guys, and I was like, you know what? I know everyone's gonna love. I know especially like I knew like
You redeemed yourself from your last anime that you made us watch.
yeah.
hey
Yeah,
I
wow,
stand
that
I
was slog.
Yeah.
Sure
Horrible.
was. We've talked about
Wait,
it.
what
Oh my
was
god.
the last one
It
you
was
picked?
You
NHK.
took my
Welcome
5
to
and
the
you
NHK.
doubled it
Still
to a
enjoy it.
10.
You're still wrong.
I still
We've had
liked
the
it.
same
How many
argument. You're still
episodes was
wrong.
that?
12.
26.
26.
Too many.
Too many.
Too
Welcome to the
fucking
NHK
many.
was 26
Cool.
episodes.
Sure was.
Yes.
That's rough.
Oh, it only
Yeah.
felt like 12.
I know.
Uh-oh.
I don't.
57. Like, what are you
Yeah.
talking- It was like One Piece
Yeah,
long.
it was the worst.
Anyway.
I
I
liked
anyway.
it.
Still like it. I liked it when
I
I watched it
also
in high
liked it.
school.
So I was actually
liked
gonna
it when
ask-
I rewatched
Okay,
it
and-
now.
Because is there an episode limit to our
12 to
we-
24.
We've kept it to like
trying to
around
keep it
24.
there.
Yeah, so if you want
What
to
do
do
you
like
what do you
20
want to
suggesting?
suggest? What do
Especially
you
because
want
all
to
of you
suggest?
wait till the last week
Don't
to watch the
suggest
shows.
Monster. It's 70 episodes.
I don't know what that
Oh
is.
yeah, okay.
doesn't
So
know what that
before you
is.
say,
Iconic show.
so that is the next in 5 episodes, the 15th episode is our next anime club, which is by Anthony. So Anthony, Mr. Man himself.
Okay, how many episodes
What,
is your
what-
show?
what-
How many episodes is it? First,
So
wait,
it's
how
20,
many?
it's 26.
That's
Oh,
fine.
okay.
fine. That's fine.
That's what the
Around-
NHK was.
Around 20.
No, but you guys were like, oh, that's too long.
No.
No.
Around
they thought it was
NHK
too long
was
because
too
they didn't
long.
Well,
like
Like-
it.
NHK is a dog
'Cause
shit
yeah,
anime.
yeah.
But, like,
No, the episode.
I
like
like
it.
it.
Episode length is just around 24.
okay, cool. So we're watching Mushishi.
What's
sweet, I
that?
watched this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
I
we're
don't
watching
think I watched
Mushishi.
this.
I'm not familiar.
One of my favorite anime of all time. It's like top 5 for me. It's about a guy who is kind of like a spirit hunter, and there's these things that inhabit the world. And the world is like really cool because it's like feudal Japan, but like there's modern elements to it. So
It's the era of Japan that's like right before, like it's like right in the middle of the tech boom, where like there's like
okay.
it's like
Oh,
old looking
okay.
Japan, but like
Yes.
the power lines everywhere kind
I
of shit. Like
understand.
yeah,
that
it's like
era.
super
Kind of like
it's super anachronistic.
like
Yeah,
Demon
sorry.
Slayer.
It's
yeah.
like-
Wait,
that- it's
Colin,
that-
will you show a picture?
It's that era of Japan that I am forgetting what it's called. But
Oh,
yeah.
we've got this title picture here.
Like that's
Yeah,
my
it doesn't
king
do much,
right
but,
there.
like,
Wait,
it
I've
doesn't do
seen
anything.
that guy before.
I
Yeah,
also feel like I've
Ginkgo?
seen that guy.
Ginkgo, my
but
king.
like it's
Why have I seen him?
Oh,
I don't
God,
know.
I've
dude.
never even heard
Anthony
of this
recommended
show.
me that show, and I was
Oh.
like, I'll watch it. And then I was like,
Was that when you were trying to hit 100?
I think it might have been. I don't think I used that show as I think. No, because I think I did that after. I don't remember. But like,
Because I think I remember you bringing this up when we were on the Discord call.
yeah, because
Yeah.
originally, because he was
Yeah.
like, oh, I've watched some shows, and I was like, oh, well, what have you
Yeah.
watched? I wanted to like know what you liked, and he recommended that, and I was like, I'll watch it, and then I was like, oh, because
Yeah,
I remember I messaged you, and I was like, congrats, you're the 10th
Yeah.
number
Yeah.
in my list, and
I
he
was-
was like, oh
yeah.
my god.
I was
Yeah.
I was gonna
I was
keep
really
it
excited
vague
that
of
you
what your score was, so you could
Oh,
get
yeah.
that next time. But
And
now
you said
everyone
that I-
knows.
Let me
no,
tell
you said I
you
couldn't
can
bring
mute
it up.
me.
Who said
No,
that
I
I
didn't
couldn't
know
bring
I
it up
just
for
I
yet?
just talked
For
about
this
it.
one.
What?
Oh,
Does-
Now I know what
Before,
you're
before we go,
Yeah.
before
I
it's
know
over.
I know your score is low.
Yeah, but you can mute what I said, so now then nobody knows
Before
what
we
I
go
said.
too over,
Wait,
let me
wait,
explain what
what-
it's
what-
about. All right, so we're watching Mushishi. It's 26 episodes long. It's about a like kind of a spirit hunter. His name is Ginkgo, in like a very anachronistic Japan where like there's like power lines, but it's like super feudal, and stuff like that. And he basically goes from town to town solving people's problems that are caused by these spiritual entities called Mushishi, which are kind of like they're not like inherently evil, but they just kind of exist.
Like troublemakers.
No, they're not even troublemakers.
No,
They
they're
just
just like kind of
exist.
neutral things that are just
Yeah.
there, and
But they're
it's
very
like,
harmful to humans.
yeah.
So, but there's some people in the world that can see these Mushishi, and so they can use that to either their benefit or the world's detriment. So what Ginkgo
Like
does,
Bleach.
sure.
Yeah.
So what Ginkgo does is he's like kind of like a healer. So he goes to places that have been affected by Mushishi, and he kind of just like rats out what the problem is and then moves on.
Yeah, like it's
God.
like
And,
problem of the week tries to solve
Probably,
it.
yeah,
I was
it's
gonna
a
say, like
problem.
It's like
story-
a
like
slight
villain of the
mystery,
week.
but
Right.
like you couldn't really solve the mystery, but like he's trying to suit it out and everything.
Right.
So there's so there's Mushishi. If you guys are interested, there's a sequel series called Mushishi Next Passage, which is 14 episodes, just as good as Mushishi.
Yet to watch it just because it's not dubbed.
What?
It's not dubbed. And
Oh,
I've
it's
yet
not
to watch
dubbed.
it. I was
Oh.
like, because I got so attached to his.
I just
voice.
watched it subbed anyway.
Where is
but-
it to watch?
On
It's on.
Funimation.
It was on Netflix.
Funimation.
Mushishi was on Netflix, but I'm sure it's on Funimation
is.
or Crunchyroll
okay.
or whatever. But yeah, Mushishi, excellent show. I'm really excited to hear what you guys think
Great.
about it.
Yay.
All right. Well, with that,
Alright.
thank you so much for watching my anime, or not watching my anime, but listening to us talk about my anime.
Yeah. So before we go, remember to hit up Anthony at Super Milkshake. He does video essays. Kat at Kat the Moonstar on Twitch. She streams semi regularly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
And
say so.
none of us have anything else to plug. So hey, thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're watching on or listening to us on any of the streaming services, review, like, follow, and we'll see you next time for whatever the hell we talk about. I'm sure it'll be full of tangents.
I'm sure it will be.
And
Easily.
yeah, thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.